Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. New and existing customers can trade in any phone from one of our top brands in any condition for the new iPhone 16 Pro with Unlimited Ultimate. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for...
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey, O's fans, gift the experience of Orioles baseball with an Orioles e-gift card. An Orioles e-gift card is the perfect gift for any occasion and can be purchased starting as little as $5. Use e-gift cards to buy game tickets at the box office and online at Orioles.com. Plus, e-gift cards can be redeemed at any concession stand or merchandise location throughout Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Surprise your favorite Orioles fan with an e-gift card today. Visit Orioles.com/gift cards.
Fall into comfort with fantastic fall savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Transform your home this fall with some of our lowest prices of the season, plus 6-month special financing. Kick back, relax with beautiful motion furniture from Lazy Boy, Bassett, and Best at the guaranteed lowest price. Catch better Z's and save on a comfortable new Serta or Helix mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Cozy up and fall into comfort now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God! Don't give me that homer. You know that. No.
Hey!
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley. Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live Open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Sean.
I can't even feel my head up. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com, and you can be a part of today's program. How you feeling about ECU Liberty? How you feeling about the awful news regarding Savone Revel? How you feeling about App State getting their butt whipped last night? How you feeling about your NFL team's game this weekend? We are going to talk about it all on a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We've got Shirley Rhodes here. We've got intern Brett. We got intern Jarrett, myself, and some guests to get to, including Kevin Monroe, former Pirate, now color analyst for ECU home games on the radio. We'll get his thoughts on last week's loss heading into Liberty and more. Also, Tony Dunn will join us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line to make some Week 3 NFL picks. We've got a change at the top in the standings. Jarrett had a good week-ish, but his first week was so bad, he's still in last, but making a little progress. And we'll have Brett here, too, joining us to talk some NFL and some fantasy start-sit. If you have a start-sit question, ask it in the YouTube or Facebook chat or hit us up on X, and we will dive into that as well. I think I got a question or two. We'll go around the panel and talk some fantasy football on today's program. Morgan Ahlers will join us. We'll get his thoughts on East Carolina and Liberty. And Brian North will talk high school, college, and NFL with us as he gets ready for tonight's edition of The Blitz, recapping all the area high school football action on WCTI 12. So that is our lineup. No Chon today. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let me run through the chat gang real quick. We got Steve, who says prayers up for Savone. He also says, hey, yo. I'm sorry. Hey, yo. No. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. I couldn't get it. Jamie says, hey, now.
Hey, now.
PJ says, hey, Pirate Radio Live gang. Jamie says, sucks. That's the way ECU gets on the front page of ESPN. Yeah, if you go to the front page now, it says one of the stories, top NFL's cornerback prospect Revel Jr. tears ACL. That does suck. Heard about that Wednesday. I hate doing the cryptic comments, but also unless it's like out there confirmed, I don't want to talk about it, because what if I say something incorrect? What if I say Savone Revel has torn his ACL and he hasn't, and then like it screws up his draft stock, then I get sued and then I'm homeless? Like, you know, you think about that. Maybe I'm being a little extreme, but just really want to be sure when it comes to things like injuries that we are correct. So I kind of alluded to it, made some cryptic comments here and there. It's out now. Savone Revel is going to be out with an ACL injury, and that puts a lot more stress on our defense and pass defense, which quite frankly was not that good last week, giving up all those yards. Only give up 21 points, sure, but over 400 yards passing to Aguilar and App State. So a lot of guys going to have to step up for this ECU defense starting this weekend against Liberty. I did see earlier that did have a bit of an impact on the line. I'll look it up now. Last I saw, it went from 6 to 7. Liberty as a favorite. And I will check it now as others are. 7.5. Jarrett, welcome in. Hello.
Hello. 7.5 on ESPN.
By the way, Jarrett, left side.
Strong side.
Okay.
I got to be really loud and obnoxious today to fill this chair.
Whoa, you taking shots?
No.
Dude. So we've gone up 1.5 points.
Yeah.
With that news. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Where is John? So, Jared, East Carolina takes on Liberty Saturday, 6 o'clock. So we got a night game coming up. And I guess, will you be here hanging out or with us?
No, I'm going to be making my way to Lynchburg after this program today.
Wait, you're going to the game?
Yeah.
Well, you better. Should you leave now?
No, I got all the time in the world. The game kicks off at 6 tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, you could probably leave tomorrow if you want.
It's a 4-hour drive. It's not that far.
Yeah.
Come on, Sean.
Well, Chandler is not here because he's going to the game tomorrow, which is a 6 o'clock kickoff. It's 3 hours and 50 minutes, according to what I Googled. Why the hell is he not here?
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with
What do
you.
you think, Brett? As a guy who never shows up, what do you think about this?
He doesn't want to work.
I mean,
He's taking off.
Simple as that, right?
He's taking off, getting a little vacation day before the game.
I thought. What you think?
Pot calling the kettle black over there. What are we doing?
Brett said he was sick, man.
It's all good.
I thought about not doing this, but you got the angel and the devil on the shoulders. I have no angel. It's all devil saying, roast Sean. I'm going to call him. You think he's going to answer?
Probably.
Here is that.
Thank you, John. Here is that.
Hizo una caca.
Three-and-a-half-hour drive, 6 o'clock game Saturday, and he's not here.
Well, talking about...
Put the fries in the
John.
bag.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, buddy? What you doing?
We just stopped at the gas station to get some snacks.
For your long drive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you at?
We're about an hour out.
Chandler, the game is Saturday at 6 o'clock. It is 3:06 on Friday. Why are you not here?
You're on live on the air. Am I?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're live on the air.
Well, we're going to go see. We got John here, Jenny's brother, and we're going to go meet up with their dad.
We don't want to drive and work all day, Clip.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I understand. I don't want to work all day either. A 6 o'clock kickoff on Saturday, and Sean is there at 3 o'clock on Friday. That is nuts, man. That's nuts.
Clip, you're not driving 4 hours to go work
nuts.
8 hours and then driving back. No.
You're right. I'm not. I'll be here.
You're driving 20 minutes and sitting on your ass the whole day. So.
Oh, here we go. So Jenny,
We're allowed to leave before freaking.
You're allowed to leave 20. How many hours? 20, 32 hours before the kickoff?
Well, I don't have to be on the show. That was Chandler's fault, but he's riding with me, so it's really my fault.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to enjoy my egg roll.
Shirley, that's a clip we need for the future. Oh, my
Who's all in the
goodness.
studio right now?
I don't know, man. I'm just sitting on my ass. That's what I do here at Pirate Radio. Just sit on my ass. I don't do anything else.
Shut up.
All right. Well, I got 2 hours and 52 minutes to sit on my ass, so I need to take a break and get off the phone. I can't do that and sit on my ass
Thank you. I
at
love
the same
you.
time. Sean, I hope you get to the game on time, man.
We're going as fast as we can.
How many more snack stops you got?
I think I got 2 more in me.
All right. Well, y'all, man, hey, look, I'm praying for y'all that y'all can make this drive and get all your work in tomorrow, because I know it's going to be tough, and I'm sorry I won't be working as hard as y'all, but, man, thank y'all for what you do.
Oh,
you're
sweet.
We're starting a prayer circle for y'all. All right. See y'all. The hardest working drivers in the business, Jenny and Chandler. More so Jenny, because she's got to drive 4 hours and then work for 8 hours straight. Well, they're driving 4 hours, and then I guess they're about there, so they're going to be chilling for the next
22 hours.
Well, let's say, what time do they think they go to bed tonight? We'll call it. You want to call it midnight, 11? So
yeah,
like
11:30, 12.
They'll get a good 7 hours of rest between that drive and having to work all day. So that's good.
Come on, man.
Because they're going to need that rest. Because once you drive 4 hours, you need at least 7. Well, you get 7 hours plus the time you sleep. So really, we're talking a good 15 to 18 hours of them resting between a 4-hour drive and a work day. I just want to make sure they're getting enough rest.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Okay. You want me to tell you about my trip?
No.
I left at 10 a.m., drove to D.C., arrived at my destination that I needed to be to get in line at 4 p.m. I was on my feet from 4 p.m. until 11 p.m. Drove 30 minutes to my former college roommate's house. We chatted till 2 a.m., went to bed, got up at 7 a.m., drove straight here, arrived at 2 p.m., and worked until the show was over yesterday.
Now that's how it should be done. Chandler, take notes.
And I am considerably older than those two who have youth on their side.
Look, I did this to have fun. I don't really care, about Jenny and Taylor's
No. I
schedule
just
and everything.
I'm busting their chops over it.
Jenny took the fun out of it.
She was shooting. Chandler was working.
Yeah. She got worked into a shoot, brother. I need that Hulk Hogan tweet to read.
Wait, which one was that one?
It doesn't contain any bad words.
Okay, good.
It says, let's see, not that one. Good night, Hulkamaniacs and jabroni marks without a life that don't know it'll work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot, marks. I mean, that says it all right there.
Oh.
Yeah, don't work yourself into a shoot, brother.
Good night, Hulkamaniacs and jabroni marks without a life that don't know it'll work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot, marks. Boom.
Hulk's
rules. Yep. Don't work yourself into a shoot.
Good luck trying to decipher that.
While you're driving 4 hours, get 15 hours before you have to work all day 8 hours and then drive back 4 hours.
Right on.
Do they drive standing up? I'm curious. Or are they sitting on their ass in the car? Just curious. Because that one confused me as well.
I'm going to go with the latter on that one.
There was a roller coaster called the Shockwave, like at, was it King's Dominion, where you stand up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they in a stand-up vehicle? Like, they're standing up, not sitting on their ass? I'm saying cuss words too much on the show. All right. Jamie says Chon is headed to the beach in Lynchburg.
That's a pain in the rear.
Jamie also asking, is he eating an egg roll from a gas station? That's a risky business.
That is very risky.
Especially when you have to work all day, 8 hours straight.
Mm.
How are you working 8 hours straight? I don't know. William says, what's the point in having a friend like Chan if you can't rag on him? Exactly. We roast the ones we love.
Absolutely.
Scott says, weird week for me, Clipper, Flame alumnus and football player, but ECU Pirate Club member and season ticket holder. Not sure who to root for. Thoughts? Well, I personally believe.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
Yep. I would root for the team I played for.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. The school I attended. Like, if I played football at East Carolina, I can't see myself rooting for a team against East Carolina.
Unless you grew up in, like, Columbus or something. Cheer for Ohio State as well.
But if they played each other.
Oh, yeah, then definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Scott, I believe you're a Flame, buddy. Flame on. But thank you for being a Pirate Club member and season ticket holder. By the way, I want to ask y'all how you feel about ECU's opponents after the game has been played. So last night, South Alabama took it to App State. Does that matter to you? Are you, if App State wins that game 62-14, do you feel better about East Carolina's loss last week?
No, because we should have won the game.
I don't. If App State gets their tails whipped by South Alabama, does it make you feel worse about last week?
No.
I don't care either. I put up a poll on Twitter. We have 122 votes. I put it up this weekend. Basically saying, do you care what ECU opponents do after they play ECU? For example, last night, App State getting their tails whipped by USA. A, angered me because we lost last week. Or B, doesn't matter to me at all. A, angered me has 64% to B's 36%. And going by message boards and stuff, yeah, there are people that really do care about what the opponents do after they play ECU. I dare say there was more upset people last night than there was on Saturday night. It was crazy. But that made Pirate fans feel way worse about their team and the performance last week. But for me, it's like every matchup is different. The venue's different. I used the girlfriend thing. Like 3 App State girlfriends players broke up with their boyfriends right before the game. Like, you don't know what's going on with these teams. So every single game is different. And I just don't put a lot of stock in. I'm not going to follow App State the rest of the year. I'm not going to follow Old Dominion. I don't care what they do. Because ECU has 12 opportunities to show us what they are. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they in the middle? Are they really good? Are they really awful? They'll let us know by 12 games. We don't need other games to show, how good or bad ECU is my point. But I understand if you were upset. All right, Nathan just tweeted 13 seconds ago. He does care because it shows where we are as a program. App lost to South Alabama, manhandled by them. We lost to App State at home.
Well, I mean, like Brett said before the show, South Alabama's now the group of 5 dog. Like they're the ones to win the race now. Why are we so upset?
A bit reactionary. Also now everybody on Boneyard wants to hire Major Applewhite as our next head coach. I don't know. I think I'm good on that. Dennis said, it bothers me to a point, but not angry. Makes me feel like maybe we aren't as good as I thought we were. Did you not realize that last week when we scored 19 points? That maybe we're not as good as we hoped we were? I did. I didn't need last night's game to show me that. You know who doesn't care about what their opponents do, who didn't care last year? Liberty, who played nobody and beat them every game and didn't care what those other teams did. They went out and got their the teams that Liberty beat went out every other game and got their ass kicked by other teams. And you know what? Liberty didn't care because they were winning every game. So it doesn't matter. Pull a Liberty. Just win games. And then it doesn't matter what your opponents do. And even if you lose games, it doesn't matter what your opponents do.
Got that ass whooped. Questions.
Some coach or player had... Oh, was it a player after last night's game? Win all. Who was that, Shirley? Is that Damon Stoudemire?
Possibly.
Yes, I think it was. Georgia Tech. But again, you're free to think what you want to think.
But I mean, there was probably Liberty fans last year saying like, "Oh, we're a week 12-0." I think this is just what fans do. Not think. I know this is just.
Of course, and that's fine. I mean, kinda, yeah. But who cares?
Yeah, but there's always something to complain about.
Yeah. I'm just saying, be like Liberty, not the pool boy Jesus stuff. The not caring about what your opponents do. Care about that game that you're playing.
Well, I don't think Liberty tends to care about their opponents because they win. They don't lose.
That was kind of my point.
Welcome to the conversation,
Thank you for echoing it. Brett, great point.
Let's go.
I wish I would have said that, but you said it succinctly. Brett, do you care what Washington does against Cincinnati? I know college and the NFL are different, but let's keep going with this. If Washington beats Cincinnati Monday night, do you feel better about the Giants?
No, the Giants are in disarray.
Yeah.
But I also didn't think the Giants were going to win that game in the beginning, to begin with. The Giants are bad, man.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff comes down to expectations, too. Like, maybe people, like Zach. I wish Zach Lewis was here, intern Zach. Is he anywhere? He said, is App just our kryptonite, or are we overhyped? Who is overhyping ECU? I mean, I'm not. I had them 7-5 against that weak schedule. I thought I was kind of conservative. But
just goes back to expectations.
I know one guy that's not overhyping ECU, Brett.
But like 6 to 8 wins isn't hyping it up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe after a 2-win season, it's what it seems like. But 6 to 8 wins is just meh.
So I said, are we hyped? Who's hyping us? Zach says preseason 8 games projected wins. First of all, where'd you get that from? Secondly, is that really hyping? By the way, we can still get there.
Yeah.
We can still get the path to 8 wins is easily still out there.
I'm pretty sure Chandler's floor on the win-loss was like 7 wins. So he was overhyping it.
That's fans, though. Like,
again, yes, that's fans.
What was the total in Vegas? 6.5?
I think it was 5.5, 6, something like that.
6. I'll double check.
Yeah, we were not hyped going into this year.
But like, if that's hype, or just the Birmingham Bowl is our destination every year, that's our goal. If that's what hype is.
Oh, were you here when we did the bowl discussion thing? Was that yesterday?
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of the bowls. Let's see. Chandler says the egg roll was he said, why are y'all giving me hell? I just left when I was told. Because Chandler, that's what we do around here. He said the egg roll was delicious. Jamie says, we're praying for you in that car. Luke says, what if ECU beats a team and that said team wins a lot? That's a good look. I don't, to who? I guess. I don't care, though. So ECU beats a team. What's our record at the end of this? 1-11, but we beat a good team, so we feel good about that? Or are we 7-5? Or are we 9-3? Luke, I don't care. I just want to keep winning games.
Vegas set the line at 6.5 for us this year.
Yeah, there was not a lot of hype.
That's middle of the pack, mediocre.
I went over with 7. That was not a hype. Zach says we had 8-4 record prognostication. I don't know if that's hype, but again, even if it is or isn't, we still can win 8 games this year.
Yeah, we're only 2-1. People are acting like we're 0-3.
We can lose tomorrow and win 8 games.
I don't know. It just perplexes me why people are already down in the dumps when we're over 500.
I mean, I'm not happy about 2-1.
Me neither, but like the season's not over. It's far from over.
Yeah. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll talk to Kevin Monroe. He will join us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. We'll talk about last week, this week, and more when we return to Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Back with you after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea, a strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
TD Tutty in for 6. Touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook is delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple, like picking a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Make your pick. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the Sportsbook app now and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of
Are you dare to walk the plank, matey?
Stop it, you're killing me.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. We'll take you to the edge. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. They have one of the biggest used car inventories in Eastern Carolina. You can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. And it's party time. Join the city of Greenville as they celebrate their 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join them on Friday, October 4th at the 5 Points Plaza from 5 to 8 p.m. Enjoy music by the Dickens, a vibrant vendor market, and a beer garden, and there will be fun for the whole family. Attendees will also have a chance to win $250 each hour, so mark your calendar for the City of Greenville's 250th birthday celebration on Friday, October 4th. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Hey, thank you, Shirley. Kevin Monroe did not join us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. He joined us in Studio C, and we have video proof of that. And I believe we are going to run that right about now as I talk to K-Mo about last week, this week, and of course, the Washington Commanders being first place in the NFC East. Here's my chat with Kevin Monroe. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Kevin Monroe, color analyst for ECU home games, former East Carolina DB, and I like to bring up former East Carolina baseball player as well, two-sport athlete here at ECU. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clip. How about yourself?
Doing great, doing great. We'll get to it, but only one team in the NFC East won last week. We'll save that for the end. You know that's coming.
It's weird that you didn't have me on the show last week when you lost and we won. That's fine.
That is a good point. There might be something to that. Kevin, let's talk about East Carolina 2-1 heading to Liberty. Man, up 16-0. The place is buzzing. Everybody's fired up. We're about to get to 3-0 and not so fast. Just nothing after that at all from an offensive standpoint. App State does enough to get the job done, but man, it almost felt like ECU beat ECU out there at times. How did you look at it from last week?
Yeah, there's no question. I think you want to get out to a good start on a team like App State, because if they get on a lead against you and they start running that stretch zone run attack, it's hard to stop. And so you want to put them on the defensive, make them have to throw the ball, even though they have Joey Aguilar, who's a darn good quarterback. So you jump out to an early lead, and the offense was aggressive. That ball, down the seam for the touchdown to open up the scoring with just 3 plays into the game, 30 seconds into the game was just amazing. And I feel like we got away from that. And part of me thinks that with a 16-point lead, maybe the Pirates got a little bit too conservative. And with the issues that Jake Garcia has had with turnovers in the last in the first couple of weeks. It made you wonder if maybe they pulled the reins on him a little bit and dialed it back so that he could have a clean game. And it just seemed like App State just started chasing us down. And then you add to that the woes in the secondary. I mean, that's probably the worst game in terms of pass defense that we've seen under Blake Harrell. They just could not figure out Aguilar or Robinson, the receiver. They completed passes at a high clip. They got all the third downs they needed to convert in the second half. And we just seem to be a little bit behind. And I wonder if maybe that was just playing too much man-to-man. It's one thing to have Savone playing man-to-man on his side, but IBM as well maybe was just to stretch our defense a little bit too thin. And guys were running uncovered a lot in that secondary. And that brings flashbacks to the pre-Blake Harrell days, and nobody wants to think about. So it was rough defensively. Offensively, got too conservative. Rajay still looked good, but maybe he didn't get the ball enough. So just so many things you can play Monday morning quarterback and look at didn't go right. But certainly a game they could have and should have won.
And Kevin, I know as a former corner, you're going to be critical or give praise to the defensive backs when you see it. But you give up 21 points in 2024, you got to win that game. You're going to win most of the game. So I go back to the offense. I want to get your take on Garcia. We say in the 2 wins, man, he's got to get better. He's got to play a clean game. Did up until the end, just a crucial interception there. But how do you think he played, and what do you think about him moving forward in this offense?
Well, we've never had an issue with his confidence, right? Like he'll throw the ball, in between a cracked window if you want him to, and that's just his approach. He's not afraid to cut it loose. And he was like that for the most part on Saturday. And he did play a clean game, until the very end. But it's just one of those throws that you just can't make. I mean, I think it's earlier in the series. It might have even been first down.
It was after a big play to the 50, I believe, to the freshman, right? And then the very next play, first down. Yeah. Yeah.
So you didn't have to force it. You had the clock on your side. You had things, in the right direction. And then you just, you make that throw. And I could see it from the booth. Obviously, I was like, no, don't make that throw. But, he just could not see that defensive back come underneath the corner route. And it was crucial. And that give credit to the DB who made the play, because we had the same opportunity on our end. We didn't make the play. And that just makes all the difference in the world. So I would say that for all the people that were calling for Jake Garcia's head, he played a good enough game to keep his job, in my opinion. But that last throw was really crucial.
Kevin Monroe joining us. I will say these guys are resilient. Talking to Zakai Barker, who's played some really good football this year, Isaiah Brown-Murray. Man, they are laser focused. They do not get down. They use it as motivation. They seem like they're ready to go right back to work, and that's a good thing, Kevin, because they're playing a team that's won 15 straight regular season games. So Liberty, the old cliche, winning's contagious, losing's contagious. I watched them week 2, Kevin. at New Mexico State. They're 22-point favorites. They're losing by double digits in the fourth quarter. And their quarterback's out there kind of like smiling, whatever, like, hey, it's not a big deal. And I was like, does this guy care about football or anything? But no, it won't that. It was he knew they were going to win, and they did. So he's got that confidence about him as their whole team does. And it's kind of dangerous playing a team like that.
Well, I watched the clip that you guys put on social media of the head coach talking about East Carolina. And he not only said we were the toughest opponent they were playing this season, he said, or so far this season, rather, but he also said that we were the toughest opponent that's come into Lynchburg since he's been there. Yeah. And so that was high praise. I mean, obviously coaches love to blow smoke a little bit, but that was high praise, I thought, for the Pirates. And so they expect a good, tough game. I expect a good, tough game. And I think it will be a tough one because, go to a place where they're scoring 33 points a game, only giving up 19 points a game, solid quarterback, solid running game. It's going to be tough. And then they have, I think 7 sacks or something on defense and a couple of interceptions. So they get after it offensively and defensively. They have a ton of talent. They have a ton of money. And you have a ton of money, that means that NIL is getting paid everywhere. And so in this day and age, you have a lot of money. I don't care what university you're at, you're going to have good players. And it's going to be a tough ball game for the Pirates, no doubt.
Very good point. Kevin, Blake Harrell's defense going to have to watch out for Salter in that offensive attack. But if you win all those games in a row, you got to be playing at least some decent defense. I think that gets overlooked for the Flames. And on that note, how do you kind of grade out John David Baker through 3 weeks? We've seen some highs. We've seen some lows, and they just have not put the ball in the end zone a lot against FBS opponents to this point. So how about JDB right now?
I like the explosiveness opportunities in the offense. I like the up-tempo-ness of the offense. Sometimes they get going a little bit too fast. You get to a 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1, and you know that you're going to line up and run the ball. And I feel like everyone knows you're going to run the ball instead of taking your time and coming up with a more creative play that might, be a little bit misdirection and pick up the first down. I feel like we get going too fast and just do the obvious stuff. However, I do like the fact that you can hit a Winston right down the seam and he's wide open because you've got 5 wide receivers in that route and the DBs couldn't figure out who all to cover. I love that about it. So the fact that you have so many options from a quarterback standpoint, if you have Shane Carden, or somebody like that running this offense that took care of the football really well, then this, you probably have one of the top offenses in the country right now. But, Jake, even though he has the arm strength and the arm ability, he will force passes, and that's gotten him in trouble. So the offense itself, if JDB had all the weapons that he could just pick and choose, I think would be incredible. But we're working with what we're working with. We've had some drops from the receiver position. We've had some fumbles. We've had some interceptions. So things have not gone to plan thus far, but we are miles ahead where we were a year ago.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, while I got you here, NC State has kind of piddled around against lesser opponents, and then we saw them get blown out against Tennessee. They're pretty big underdogs at Clemson this week. But what's the buzz in the triangle there, Kevin, about going to the freshman quarterback? He provided a bit of a spark last week when he came in when Grayson McCall went down. So what are the folks in Raleigh talking about heading to Clemson this week?
It's kind of funny. Obviously, I live and work in Raleigh area, and State fans are notorious Eeyores. Like they are with me immediately once the season starts. And they in the past they've always had very, very weak non-conference schedules, and they go 3-0 or 4-0 or 2-1, 3-1, and then they get in the conference and they lay an egg, and the State fans are like, here we go again. At least this year they ramped it up with Tennessee, and they had some stiffer opponents. But that's just how they are. And so I haven't heard a peep out of what I'm saying, because they fear the worst. And they were hoping for a good season, but it looks like things aren't great. It started off with a not good showing against Western Carolina, and things just haven't really gotten better since then. There's no buzz in the Raleigh area about the Wolfpack right now.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The worst thing for State fans was seeing that number beside their name preseason. They're like, oh no, we're ranked. We're definitely going to suck this year. So that's all my State buddies anyway. Kevin, before we let you go, and don't get me wrong, I love talking junk to Bailey and you and everybody when the Cowboys lose, but this is more confusion. What in the world was that on Sunday, man?
Great point. And what I said to all of my friends and family and fellow Cowboy fans is it was strange because I think New Orleans is actually as good offensively as they looked against the Panthers. Because it wasn't like, and I watch with a color analyst eye when I'm watching games. That offensive line wasn't blowing the Cowboys off the line of scrimmage. Cowboys were getting in the backfield, but they would wall it off or do a counter or hold or twist. They would just do something to get around those guys and get yards. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. And then, they'd run crossing routes all the way across the field and confuse the DB. So I will say this. I say the Cowboys got out-schemed, and then they got out, just beat up. And so I don't think that, it's like, the defense is not as good as they thought. I think Zimmer ran up against the offensive coordinator that he wasn't ready for, and he couldn't put up a defense that led to them playing well. So I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what happened, but I don't expect the remainder of the season for teams to do that to Cowboy defense. I just think that the New Orleans Saints are a lot better than people gave them credit for.
And then if you go to bed early Monday night and wake up, you say, how in the world did Kirk Cousins and the Falcons come back and beat Philly? It was the NFL is always strange, though. That's why we love it, right? We never know what's going to happen, and it's crazy week in, week out. Kevin, you'll be on the call next week, East Carolina UTSA, and that's a big one. They'll be honoring you and the 1999 team, so not only will you have a game to call, probably be a family reunion style feeling out there, right?
It's going to be cool. Andrew Bays has done a great job of reaching out to all the 99 team and getting us on a group me and rallying the troops to get everybody to come back. So a ton of people are coming back. A ton of coaches are coming back. It's just going to be really, really fun. I'm excited to see everybody. Some folks I saw last week. Some folks I haven't seen since '99. So it's going to be really cool to see some of those guys. And so they're planning some things on Friday, tailgate on Saturday, and then I guess we'll get honored either during the game or at halftime or something. They haven't really explained when that will be, but yeah, I'll come out of the booth and go down to the field, and I'm excited about it, man. It was a great season, and in my opinion, one of the top 3 or 4 seasons in Pirate history. Obviously, it ended with the loss in the bowl game, but 9-win season doesn't happen very often, especially with only 11 games in the regular season.
Yeah, and no, I guess conference championship mixed in there too, right? So, yeah.
Not that we would have won it because we lost to Southern Miss and UAB that year, but still, just a great non-conference run going 4-0 against those big teams, and it had the city on fire, especially after the flood.
No doubt. Kevin, always enjoy it, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll track you down again next week, talk more football with you. Have a good weekend, and talk to you again soon, man.
Appreciate it, Clip.
Pirate Radio Live will be with you at 2 coming up on Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to kickoff after the game, the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1. Talk a little more Pirate football. Coming up to hour 2, we'll talk some NFL with Tony Dunn. He'll join us today on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. John is on his way to Lynchburg, so he is not here today. He has texted in his picks, and we are hoping that he and Jenny will get plenty of rest before their big work day coming up on Saturday. All right, we'll have more for you. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Hey O's fans, gift the experience of Orioles baseball with an Orioles e-gift card. An Orioles e-gift card is the perfect gift for any occasion and can be purchased starting as little as $5. Use e-gift cards to buy game tickets at the box office and online at Orioles.com. Plus, e-gift cards can be redeemed at any concession stand or merchandise location throughout Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Surprise your favorite Orioles fan with an e-gift card today. Visit Orioles.com/gift cards.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit the Elite Pools showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at elitepoolsnc.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools. And vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. You can take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For information, visit ncparks.gov. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. The Savone Revel News on ESPN's Bottom Line, as he is listed as Mel Kiper's number 2 cornerback in the next year's draft. And you just wonder, what that recovery is going to be like and what the draft stock will be like. Maybe somebody will get a steal on Revel, or maybe he can recover quickly and still be a first-round pick, as he was in a mock draft that we posted this past Wednesday, going like 31st to the 49ers.
Does he have any eligibility left?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But I would say after this now, you go ahead and get paid. Although you can get paid here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I just didn't know if he, if there was an opportunity for him to come back and kind of, continue his run as far as being able to showcase his talent, because there's no question he is an extremely talented football player.
There is, but I mean, if you're already on the first round of a mock draft,
yeah, well,
I would think you get on out of here and try to pursue your pro dreams. But again, that the injury puts a whole monkey wrench into it all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that going to affect his decision to come back, or go into the try to go into the draft and pursue that dream?
All right, tired, worrying about ECU this year. Wired, worrying about ECU next year. And that's exactly what Tyler's doing on YouTube. He says, I'm more worried about next season than this season. I know that's weird to say, but I don't know if these coaches can keep building from the previous year. It's like your restarts every year where the team seems like they need to gel and understand the scheme. Well, I know Mike Houston's worried about this year, because if this year goes south, there is no next year. Most likely, I mean, you would think. What are we in, year 6? So,
and he's had one season 500 or over, or two, because we've been bowl eligible
twice.
But still, year 6, and you've only had 2 winning seasons. That's not great.
But again, this is entering week 4. We're 2-1. I mean, I hear you, Tyler, but this is not 1960, which I was not around in, or even 1980 when I was around but not really watching college football, or 1990 when I was watching college football, where you have time to build. It is a what can you do this year right now, and that's the way it is, and it's set up for that way with the portal and NIL and everything. So, and John. It kind of sucks for John David Baker. He's putting in this offense. It's new. But he knew what he was getting into. We talked about it at the time. Why is this guy leaving Ole Miss to take over this job where it's a coach, I don't know if hot seat's the term, but coming off a 2-win year, you don't get too many 2-win seasons to prove yourself as a coach. So he kind of came in here knowing they needed to win right away and win now. And he has said as much, that, he's here not to kind of build something. He's here to win right away. So they knew what they were getting into. And we do want to see this offense grow. And I 100% believe it's going to look better week 7 than it does in week 4. But unfortunately, we don't have time to wait. We got to have it right now. We got to see that offense move. We got to put up points.
Yeah, it's been said enough. 19 points isn't going to win you a game. 20 points, it's lucky to win a game at that point.
And those are our totals the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And we've had 3 offensive touchdowns against FBS opponents this year. Not good enough, Brett. Maybe Brett, hashtag Brett was right.
Brett was right. I hate to say it, but
no,
Brett might have been right.
Brett wasn't right.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
What's your, I'm sure, pessimistic prediction for ECU Liberty this weekend?
I believe I said it on Tuesday. I think we keep it pretty close, and then towards the end of the fourth quarter, we'll be down 7 and then give up an extra field goal, lose by like 10.
Still feel that way with Savone out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I know he's a big impact player, but hopefully that next guy steps up a little bit. I don't think they'll be able to abuse it.
Yeah.
The fact that he's out.
I mean, it's not like he adds anything to our offense.
No.
Oh, wait. He scored a touchdown last week.
Oh, well, yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nah, I don't think it changes that much. My problem is I have this weird, again, it could be nothing, but this weird premonition feeling that we're just due to give up some points, to get for a team to get into the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, before the injury news, I felt we either win or get blown out, and now I feel like we get blown out.
I'm just feeling like a 37 to 21 type of thing.
All right.
34 to 23 type of thing.
Do we know the over-under of this game?
It's 54.5, I believe.
All right, so let's do some math. I love doing. Who can come up with
53.5.
Who has the best gambling math brain around here? So 50 what?
3.5.
53.5. Let's call it 54, and let's say ECU's a 7-point dog, even though it's 7.5. So what are they saying the score is going to be? So if it's 30 to 23, that would be 53.
Yeah.
So we're right there at it. So they're saying something around that score, right?
Yeah, something like that.
31-20. Yeah, something like that.
Got to account that we'll probably miss a field goal in there somewhere.
Could. Very well could.
The trend seems to be
I also don't get
way.
people getting so upset about the kicker. Maybe it's just college football 25, but it's hard to make kicks. It's hard to make kicks, man.
Especially at Dowdy Ficklin.
Okay, I'll give you that, but missing extra points in back-to-back weeks
that's
not
tough.
good.
But field goals, I completely understand field goals.
All right. How's Iowa doing in League Two?
Finished 7-5. We beat Nebraska pretty handedly. I did figure out Iowa's not tough to play with, and I don't suck at the game. I just need to be sober when I play. That's been my problem. I can't see straight, so I throw 6 picks. That's been my problem.
I got major drama with some guy in League One who just does not like me.
Have you met this guy? Because I read it and I'm just like, what's this dude's deal?
Oh yeah, you can read in the Discord, right?
Yeah.
He hates me for some reason.
It was like 2:30 in the morning, and he's like, "Clip is so unprofessional." It's like, what? Dude, go to bed.
He is not a fan, and that's fine. I don't know if I would like myself if I was a listener.
I hate myself, so
right. So I get it somewhat, but like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of get along with everybody for the most part, but not this guy. But yeah, we've got some drama in League Two. I didn't even think about this for some reason, but the way the playoffs set up, Utah 8-4, I completely blew it. I threw 8 interceptions with Cam Rising in one game.
Dang.
But I'm in the Big 12 championship. All I got to do is beat Kansas, and I'm in the playoff because that's how it's set up.
You don't have to play Colorado?
Colorado!
Because Colorado, I believe, is number 12. I looked at it this morning, and I'm projected to play them. And I'm like, if they're 12th, why wouldn't they be in the playoff, win the Big 12?
All I know is, unless this guy's wrong, it says the championship games are Big 12, Utah versus Kansas.
Maybe that's why Colorado's facing me in the Alamo Bowl.
Maybe they I took care of. I know I lost at least 3 conference games. I don't know. Anyway, nobody cares about this. Why are we talking about this? We need to take a break. When we return, we will talk some NFL. Can the first place Commanders win another one? No is the answer. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to have an awesome Sunday. My team doesn't play on Sunday. I can just roast other teams, have a good old time, and then by the time my team loses late Monday night, nobody will even care. We'll be on to next week. It's a perfect spot to be in. Love it. All right, we'll make some picks. We'll do some fantasy start sit. Tony Dunn joins us after this.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is tailgating season, and there's no better way to tailgate than pulling up in a Ram 1500 or 2500. And we have a huge selection of Ram trucks here. You can save up to $10,000 off Ram 1500s and 2500s. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, from $599 and up. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
There's more to fall than just pirate football. It's also a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Why should you list your house for sale in the fall? Greenville business is booming. Greenville is growing fast, and new businesses are setting up shop all around the area. That means new employees and managers relocating to the community, and they need quality homes now.
Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents.
Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Pirate Radio is excited to announce that Inky Johnson will be the 2025 Leadership Luncheon speaker on Monday, March 17th. Inky Johnson is one of the most highly sought-after speakers in the world. Some of his clients include Chick-fil-A, State Farm, AT&T, the University of Alabama, the University of Texas, New York Knicks, New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, and the Atlanta Braves. For sponsorship information, please contact Mark Alexander at 252-327-2173 or mark at pirateradio1250.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you. Still to come on today's show, we'll talk to the voice of Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, Morgan Ahlers. Get his thoughts on ECU Liberty. Also, get you ready for a fun football weekend with Brian North. We'll talk high school, college, and NFL with North coming up in hour number 3. Got Shirley Rhodes, got Brett, got J-Bone, and we got Tony Dunn joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Tony, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's good, Clip?
Well, big week of Panthers news, I reckon, if you want to call it that, with Bryce Young getting benched, Andy Dalton moving to a starter role. And, man, there's a lot of different angles you can go here. I'll take it from this one first, Tony. It's going into week 3. You're 0-2. You're behind the 8 ball, but let's pretend like we don't think the Panthers absolutely stink. Mathematically, you still got a good shot to do something, get back in, win a few games, get in the mix, whatever. So from that standpoint, do you like this move that Andy Dalton gives you some kind of shot in the arm, some kind of pulse offensively, and maybe you can compete and win a game or two?
Yeah, I think there are 9 0-2 teams right now in the league. So, I mean, it's, but also 0-2 teams make the playoffs 5% of the time. We didn't think the Carolina Panthers were even going to be competitive this year. A little surprised that this happened so quickly. But to be honest, yeah, if you want a shot in the arm and just competency at this point I think that, you can't deny that this is going to help because it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible.
Tony, if I told you before the season started that on September 20th you'd have the same record as the Ravens and the Bengals, would you take it? Yes. And the Rams?
Yes.
All right, there you go. Glass half full.
Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. Those teams don't completely stink. The Rams are just decimated by injuries. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. I guess they just run into some juggernauts except for Las Vegas. But, yeah, the Carolina Panthers are a mess. And it's kind of crazy. Is last year, Saturday, worst college offense in all of college football. Sunday, worst offense in all of professional football. And now it feels like Saturday and Sunday is just a day of interceptions for us this year.
Tony, I had an amazing spin zone. I'm patting myself on the back for this one. So Canales.
For you. Oh.
Canales is known for rejuvenating the careers of who?
Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, and I guess you could kind of say Russell Wilson.
All right. Okay. There's another one. Add another one to the mix. So he takes careers of guys that have been in the league for a while. We think they might be washed, and he turns them into productive quarterbacks. Enter Andy Dalton. Bryce Young is not a veteran guy. He hasn't shown anything to even recreate or rejuvenate. Canales needs that older guy, that veteran guy, that might be on his last legs to coach up and to turn into a winner, which is why I say this is perfect for the Carolina Panthers. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess we're going to really see how much was on Bryce Young. Look, is the way that they came out and did this clip is it just suggests that, gosh, it was so bad. They came out on Monday morning and just said he's not starting anymore. Told him it was really kind of a it's strange. I think the real question to ask is Bryce Young done in Carolina completely?
I was going to get there. What's your answer to that?
I think this is that, there's I think 3 scenarios that this plays out. Is one is that he doesn't play for the Carolina Panthers anymore. They trade him sometime maybe towards throughout the season or maybe towards the draft. Maybe you could do that. I think another thing that could happen is that, maybe he just is benched this year and then he competes in camp next year and they bring in a veteran or stick with Dalton or something like that. And maybe he has a shot to find his way on the field. And I think the most promising way that Bryce Young could have an opportunity in Carolina is if Andy Dalton comes in there, the Carolina Panthers as a team get a little momentum over the next maybe 7 games, a little continuity, a little confidence, and then Dalton gets injured and Bryce Young kind of can step in and have a moment of success. That might be able to I think that would be the prime way for him to find his way back into the franchise mode in Carolina.
Yeah.
Which though it's also tremendously sad that it's could be completely over and it's only been 19 games for a number 1 overall pick that you traded the 5 draft picks and DJ Moore for.
Our resident Panther fan Susan Deans on Facebook says Panthers head coach Dave Canales says his offense is looking sharp during practice under new starting quarterback Andy Dalton. She said, sounds familiar. The dreaded looking good in practice line, the kiss of death. But we shall see how he looks in this offense. Tony, I saw an interesting tweet I wanted to ask you about.
All right.
I love stuff like this. There is one person responsible for this Panthers downfall over the last, we'll call it in the last, 3 years or whatever. Who's that one? Who's at fault, Tony? If you had to point the finger at one person, who would you say?
I mean, I guess they're going to say David Tepper.
No, try again. Is there another person you have in mind?
No, I don't.
Try DJ Moore. This is all DJ Moore's fault. You might be asking yourself why. I'll tell you why. If DJ Moore keeps his helmet on against Atlanta, Eddie would have made the kick. That puts the Panthers over Tampa Bay in the playoffs. They would have beaten Dallas in the wild card. David Tepper would have swallowed his pride, retained Steve Wilkes. You'd be in a totally different situation. All of this is DJ Moore's fault. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I could swallow that. I mean, maybe that with a tinge of Eddie Pinero and the story of David Tepper. I mean, I've been seeing this one tweet that's been going around clip, and it's like, can you name the moment that the world went terrible?
Right, yeah. But yeah, I played along on that and posted the article of Daniel Snyder buying the Redskins. So what's your moment?
Somebody put Luke Kuechly when he gave his retirement, and he looked concussed in the speech. Mine, I couldn't find the picture. I wanted to find when David Tepper was spotted eating a steak with ketchup on it at Bank of America, and that right then we knew it was all over.
What is it with these trillionaires and their ketchup on steaks?
I don't know.
Psycho behavior.
But you can't judge it because you use A1.
A1's better than ketchup.
A1 is how steak is done. It's literally in the slogan. Mark Chandler. Sorry, not you, Chandler. I hope you're resting because you got to work all day tomorrow and you had to leave Greenville early to get to Lynchburg. But, Mark, if we could get an A1 sponsorship, that would be amazing.
It'd be A1.
It would. Well, let me get a different perspective on this weekend's game. Let me go to my left and ask Raider fan Jarrett how he feels about Panthers-Raiders.
Two things. This is a bad spot because, Vegas goes on the road, big win against Baltimore, and now we got to come home against a not-so-great team, and it just feels like the most Raider thing to blow this game. And also, it's a must-win for Antonio Pierce if he's really for real about a new era. Because, my entire life, it's we win the big one, and then we just blow it. Baker Mayfield signs with the Rams 48 hours later, 98-yard drive. We lose to Jeff Saturday and the Colts, and then he does not win another game as the head coach. Let's see, last year we beat Kansas City on Christmas Day in Arrowhead, and then the next week we lose to Gardner Minshew and the Colts to eliminate us from the playoffs. It's too many times to count, so you got to win the game.
Win the ones you're supposed to win. Tony, one thing the Raiders do is get after the quarterback, Max Crosby, already 3 sacks this year. You've got a million concerns going into Panthers games, but where does pass rush and Dalton going down rank up there?
Well, I think last week the Panthers handled the pass rush pretty well. I guess you're just looking at how Icky's going to hold up, which we probably need these types of tests to learn more about him as a player in his future, because he struggled with the pass rush throughout his career. So, I guess the edges are where the pressure has gotten to Carolina. The guards are playing fantastic. Centers, Austin Corbett, who has moved to center this year, has been played great last week. And I think a lot of that was, and kind of led to Bryce's benching, is that all the other guys couldn't do anything. They're just waiting for him to not make a mistake or throw the ball farther than 3 feet. And, really, he was having a hard time seeing over the line, Clip. You see him, they say he's got happy feet bouncing up and down. I think he's really jumping up to see over the line.
That's not a fixable problem at this point in his life.
I don't think so.
You don't see a lot of early 20s guys go through a growth spurt. Susan says, have we ever just thought we don't have a talented team, no big names, no leaders, so on and so on? Absolutely. We've talked about that a lot. We talked about it preseason where, all right, who's your guy on your team that's selling jerseys? And we came up for the Panthers with Derek Brown, and he's a really good player, but he's a defensive tackle that not a lot of people care about. So there is a major talent issue on this team. The problem is, Tony, like you said, not only do you get Bryce Young and Suck, but you give up all those picks, and it's hard to start adding talent for a while. They're in like Hornets hell where they just can't add any pieces to it.
Not to mention Derek Brown is out for the season.
Yeah, that one guy is no longer playing. So, yeah, I mean, Dave Canales, it's hard to even judge him at this point, I guess, Tony. Or what are you judging him on?
I'm with you, Clip. I don't know how to even evaluate the team. As the defense has been horrible. They've given up 70 points, I think, in 2 games. But then at the same time, the offense can't get a first down. They didn't get a first down. I don't even know. It was a Chuba Hubbard run, and it might have been like close to halftime.
Jeez.
And how can you even ask? I mean, certainly a defense has got to get off the field and do some different things at times. But if you can't get a first down, how can you evaluate really anything?
Yeah.
Team. I mean, it's really kind of. It's bananas, to be honest. It's like, how are you this freaking bad? If we were in soccer, we would be relegated.
Yeah, head down to the UFL.
Yeah.
And bring up Skip Holtz's team. Birmingham.
We really have Ted Lasso as the coach.
All right, let's tell you what. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll pick them all. We'll run through the slate of NFL games. Got a lot of 4 o'clockers this week. I'll give you the breakdown between 1 o'clocks and 4 o'clocks. We also got 2 Monday night games this week, and we'll pick Panthers, Raiders, and all the other action. Somewhat winnable game for Brett's Giants. Will he pick the G-men? We'll talk about that one. And who is Shirley's Dolphins starting at quarterback in their game against Seattle? Will it be Thompson? Yeah, Skylar Thompson, the guy there. We'll try to hit on some injuries and got some fantasy start sit as well. We roll on NFL hour number 2 here on a Friday after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Mow like a pro with Hustler zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler zero-turn mowers deliver professional-grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Aayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Aayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Big game season is here, and I'm not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. We're ready to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields Schools. You know what I mean. Get ready with us. Take your pick from the largest selection in Eastern NC. Grab a rifle on a scope and we'll mount and bore sight it for you. Don't forget Springfield's Gear Up promo. Buy a 2020 Waypoint, get a 2020 Rimfire Target Rifle for free. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best deals around. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. And Saturdays are for Pirate Traditions and Beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, talking NFL here, Hour 2. We'll have one more segment with Tony Dunn joining us today on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. We will get to some picks. And, guys, picking games in the NFL is hard. Let me remind you, we're not picking against the spread. We're picking straight up. And we got Jared right now, 12-19 through 2 weeks. Chandler's 13-18. Last week, Sean went 4-11 picking games straight up in the NFL. I didn't have a great week, but compared to everybody else, I did. I went 9-6, including I was the only one picking the Packers against the Colts, the Vikings over the Niners, and the Browns over the Jags. That's what separated me. And it did not take me long to catch Tony. I am 19-12 for the year. Tony is 18-13. So, Tony, hope you enjoyed your time in first place. It is over, my friend.
It is, man. It was that Vikings pick.
Yeah,
and the Packers. I mean, the whole week last week was kind of just weird football.
I think this is what it is now, man. I mean, we're going to eventually have some great teams, I think, and we know we've identified some really, really bad teams, but everybody else is pretty much even, and we do not know week to week what is going to happen in this stupid league. So, having said that, I've got Sean's picks via text. Brett's picks will not go on the official record, but we will get his thoughts on the games as well. Let me pull up Chandler's picks here, and we can get it rolling with the Giants at the Browns. Brett, we'll go and start with you as the Giants fan. 0-2, not much hope, but do you have hope they can somehow win this game?
No, they're done.
Who else is in the Giants quarterback room right now?
Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito. Cutlets, bring them in. Come on.
At what point do they go a different route from Daniel Jones?
I think this could be the week. I mean, if he comes out there and does not put up a first-half performance and give us a lead, I could see a possible change at the quarterback position.
So you think DeVito goes in instead of Locke?
I think he wants DeVito to go in.
Preferably, I want DeVito, but I think they'll throw Locke in there first just because he's a little more proven.
Yeah, he's got the experience.
And you know what's going to happen? They're going to win a game like 17-12, and
then he's going to be the
Giant
starter
fans are going to go nuts about Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, last Broncos quarterback to beat the Raiders.
Nice. How long ago was that?
We're going into year 5.
Year 5.
Wow.
8 in a row.
I just don't think they have a good team, man.
Tony,
toast.
My dream to make this Panthers season interesting is this. Giants lose out, Panthers lose out, and we go to November 10th, 9:30 a.m. in Germany. Panthers, Giants, both winless. That would be a marquee game.
0-0.
0-0 tie. The fans in Germany revolt. They riot and say, never bring a game back here again. All right, Giants, Browns. I'm going to go with Cleveland, and this is a good dad game. We call it a good dad game because you don't need to watch it. Spend time with your family, your kids. Maybe for you, Jared, a good son game. Maybe call your dad. Say, hey, Dad. This is a crappy game. I'm going to go with the Browns. Tony.
Browns as well, and the Giants need to go with Tommy Cutlets. That's what they need to go with. And by the way, Brian Burns, $250 million, 7 tackles, 0 sacks.
Over-promised, under-delivered so far this season.
Bum.
It's going to happen.
Jared, who you got?
I got the Browns.
All right. Packers at Titans. Thank you, Titans, for proving me right last week. I didn't know that I'm the worst at picking Titans games. Usually I get it wrong one way or the other. Malik Willis revenge game.
Or Jordan Love's questionable. He's been practicing this week.
I just don't. Will Levis sucks. What am I talking about? Give me the Packers. All right.
Yeah, I got the Packers too. I'm not picking Will Levis.
Tony, who you got?
I'm picking the Packers. I'm with you, and I mean they won without Jordan Love last week. I think Jordan Love plays. He has been practicing this week.
Chandler always picks the Titans. He's going there. What do you think, Brett? Pack Titans.
I'm taking the Titans.
All right.
I think Will Levis cleans up his act a little bit.
Have you watched any of him playing football ever?
And he fumbles the ball, and I think last week that big fumble really turned that game over for him.
And the week
2
prior,
weeks in a row.
Yeah, and now he's got to clean it up.
And his entire career at Kentucky, it's a pattern.
His coach called him dumb in public.
Daniel Jones did the same thing throughout the past 3 years.
And
he
look
won
at
some
him.
games.
Yeah,
but
he's great.
He won some games.
He did. Against Washington. All right, Bears at Colts. The Colts have gone from like, hey, we got to watch the Colts to I'm avoiding watching the Colts. They are kind of gross. Anthony Richardson, not where I want him to be right now. In fact, this game on paper, I feel like this should be like a primetime game going into the year. And now these two offenses are awful. Bears play some awesome defense. Colts, what are they, 0-2? They're kind of due. I'll take the Colts at home, but I don't like this game at all. Jared.
I'm going with the Bears. DeForest Buckner's out. They'll run it down their throat. And Gus Bradley is coaching the worst run defense in the league right now.
Okay. Tony.
Colts.
Okay. Brett, what do you think?
Colts and a barn burner.
A barn burner. Texans at Vikings.
A lot of people score points, or does that mean that the Colts run them out of it? Is a barn burner like a high-scoring game?
I think he's just saying a close game.
High-scoring game.
High scoring? Okay. I hope so. I would like to see Caleb Williams come alive and Anthony Richardson have like 7 highlights. Jamie, how you feeling about this game? Are you on the chat? Nope. he's gone. Oh, Chad's here. Titans will be okay. He said, Will Levis made a mistake.
He'll fix that mistake.
A lot of mistakes, man.
Jarrett better watch his mouth. See, Chad's already resorting to physical violence.
I'm the wrong person to threaten with that, dude.
Jarrett will fist fight. He is a Raiders fan. Texans at Vikings. I have fallen in love with the Texans, and they beat the 2-0 Vikings this week on the road. Jarrett.
I'm going Vikings.
All right, Vikings at home. Tony.
I'm sticking with the Texans, man, until the otherwise.
Sean also going with the Texans. What do you think, Brett?
Texans.
Wow. Yeah, Jared, you're doing the thing, man.
What?
You saw what the Vikings did last week.
I've seen what the Texans have done the last 2 weeks, and C.J. Stroud's look good, but they won by 2 against the Colts, 6 against the Bears.
I like their D, and I'm not pausing on that. Jamie says, I have no faith right now in the Colts. Bradley should have been fired last year. Yikes. All right. Eagles at Saints. Brett, what in the world happened to the Eagles Monday night? And all of the second half of last year. They are a weird team. They got way too much talent.
I did see an interesting fact. When Hurts plays without A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown is out this week, he does not win very often.
Tony, you saw the Saints week 1. We all saw what they did to the Cowboys week 2. At what point do we say the Saints are good? Are you ready to say it right now?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and what happened to the Eagles is simple as Saquon dropped that pass.
He's a bum.
Brad's been waiting to say that. Eagles at Saints. Good grief, man. Why would the Eagles have a better team? They should win this game, but they're probably not, are they? I'll take the Eagles, I guess.
I'm going with the Saints. Love what Clint Kubiak's doing.
What is that, the son?
Yeah, the son of Gary.
Of Gary? All right, Tony, who you got?
Saints.
Man, Chandler's got the Saints. I'm on Eagles Island. Without A.J. Brown, he's out.
He's out.
Who you got, Brett?
Saints.
Man.
Derek Carr, best QBR in the league right now.
Okay, I thought you were going to say best QB in the league.
No, I was about to QBR rating.
But you're going by a stat. Kaz mentions that Mixon is doubtful for the Texans. Okay, thank you, Kaz. Chargers at Steelers. Same question. Chargers are 2-0. I'll ask you, Tony. You got to see them last week. Are you ready to say Jim Harbaugh has a good football team?
Well, I think Jim Harbaugh is a good coach.
Yes,
and he's got a quarterback who has an ankle injury right now, by the way, but he's taken some of the pressure off of him to go out and be a 300-yard passer each week, and that's what somehow the Chargers offense had turned into, is Justin Herbert needing to swing it around and be the next Josh Allen. And now they're just running the ball at 200 yards a clip. I mean, I think they had 201 yards against the Panthers, 181 yards the week before against the Raiders, maybe. So, look, is the run game, J.K. Dobbins, right? I think I got his name right. I'm with Harbaugh, and they are playing again. Who was?
So they're in Pittsburgh. I've got a hot take.
They haven't scored a touchdown yet on offense.
They scored one last week.
They did?
Yeah, Darnell Washington.
Okay.
Neither one of these 2-0 teams makes the playoffs. Chargers and Steelers.
Agreed.
Yeah. Don't know who to pick. I'll just go Mike Tomlin at home in like a 12-9 game. Give me the Steelers.
I'm going Chargers. No travel fatigue. They stayed in Charlotte.
Oh.
And, Pittsburgh's not going to do anything on offense.
Best team in Charlotte this week.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, right. Tony.
I'm going to go Chargers here. I mean, I like your pick is that it's just kind of what the Steelers are just finding ways to win. Maybe their offense will click, but right now I'm just going to go run game and Harbaugh.
I really don't think their offense will click, which makes it a dangerous pick. Brett.
Steelers defense is good. They hold the Chargers down, and they win this game.
All right. We go Broncos at Bucks. Jarrett is a Bo Nix guy. He picked him last week. You gonna pick him again?
I'm not a Bo Nix guy. I think
you picked him to win last week.
I picked against the Steelers last week. I am not picking the Broncos. I will be going with Tampa Bay.
Tony, I don't have everything in front of me, but off the top of my head, was the Bucs going to Detroit and winning the way they did, the most impressive win last week?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to say is that did we fix that?
Sorry, Jarrett was very offended by that. His Raiders went to Baltimore and won.
As 9.5-point dogs.
All right, that was pretty impressive. But
Jarrett said nix that.
Nix that. Oh, very good. Tony, he said that joke and we talked over him. He had to get it in again. Well done, Tony.
Told you, yeah.
No, that was a win that says, hey, we're the defending NFC South champions and we will be taken serious. And we're going to go 2-0 with a win over the Lions. I think they'll be 3-0 with a win over the Broncos, Tony.
Yeah, Baker's cooking right now. So, yeah, give me Baker Mayfield and the Bucs right now. Two good teams in the NFC South. Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's the way it appears at the moment. Wait, 2 or 3?
2.
Who are you leaving out?
The Falcons.
Okay. They did just win in Philly.
After losing the entire game.
Doesn't matter, buddy.
All right.
Chandler's taking the Bucs. I don't know if I mentioned it. Chandler is taking the Steelers in the previous game. All right, Panthers at Raiders. I mean, Broncos, Bucs, Brett.
Bucs.
Yeah. Panthers at Raiders, Jarrett.
Raiders. Got to win this one.
I don't like that. I don't like this being like a must win.
Like me neither, but like it has to be.
Andy Dalton, good grief.
He's 4-0 against the Raiders.
I might do it. I might pull the trigger.
I hate
here.
this game.
I know. This feels like a Raiders loss.
God.
I'm taking the Panthers to win in Vegas.
Come on. You're killing me.
Tony.
I'm not picking the Panthers, I don't think, ever again.
Ever.
Raiders.
Ever. Chandler's picking the Raiders. I want the Raiders to win. I have them in my, they were my number one over win total. And I like Antonio Pierce. I rooted for him when he was a Washington linebacker. I love. So Edgerrin James was my favorite non-Redskin for his entire career. I have his jersey. And I might be getting my second ever non-Washington jersey. I love Brock Bowers. Loved him in college. He had a good game week 2. I think he is going to be a monster. He already is a monster. But I'm taking the damn Panthers to beat the Raiders. Brett.
Last time the Red Rifle took the field for the Panthers, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Woo.
Give me the Panthers with the Red Rifle.
In a loss.
That's all right.
By the way.
That's all right.
Oh,
the Panthers
man.
get on the board this week.
Andy Dalton's lost 50 games since 2016.
I think Dalton threw 60 times in that game.
58.
How many games have the Raiders lost since 2016?
Stop.
I
don't know, dude.
All right, bro. Dolphins at Seahawks. I feel like the Seahawks aren't that good, but they're about to be 2-1.
3-0.
Are they 2-0?
Yeah, they beat the Broncos and the Pats.
Wow. All right, I feel like the Seahawks aren't that good, but they're about to be 3-0. I will take the Seahawks at home.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle. Not betting on a backup.
Chandler's going Seattle. You want to be on Dolphin Island there? That would be a nice island to be on, surrounded by dolphins.
Nope, I am on the Seahawk Island. Well, not on the island. We're on the island together. It's like Fire Island.
We're all Firefest. Okay, Ravens at Boys. This is interesting, man. The 0-2 Ravens in Dallas. What was Dallas doing last week? They got to be better than
I'm
that.
not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
I know you're not, Brian.
Yeah, I haven't even picked this game yet. I have no clue.
Baltimore.
I want to do that, but I just talked up how good Dallas was at home all last week. And I don't want to be too reactionary.
Didn't they lose it? Oh, yeah, they lost at home.
Who?
Going
Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got their ass kicked.
I'm going Dallas. It's not happening back-to-back weeks.
But I also don't think Baltimore is a 0-3 team.
They got to figure out that offensive line.
You know what? I do this like once a year. I might pick a tie here.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Man. I guess give me Dallas on a bounce back. Jared, you're taking Dallas?
Yeah.
Tony?
I'm going to go Ravens getting it together.
And then Chandler is going with the Ravens. Brett, you said Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
Brett, Dolphins, Seahawks. You think Dolphins can win?
They got that new quarterback, right? They signed him from the Ravens.
He's not playing. Skylar Thompson is starting.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, then I'm not with the Dolphins there.
All right, and we'll get back to we'll do a little fantasy start sit because Brett has a question about a Dolphin. By the way, I forgot to do this earlier. Let me do the spread of games. So here are your 1 o'clocks: Giants, Browns, Packers, Titans, Bears, Colts, Texans, Ravens, Eagles, Saints, Chargers, Steelers, Broncos, and Bucks. Those are your 1 o'clocks. Your 4 o'clocks.
A lot of 1 o'clock.
But get this, Tony: Panthers, Raiders, Dolphins, Seahawks, Ravens, Boys, Niners, Rams, Lions, Cardinals. 5 4 o'clock games. How about that?
Are they not having Monday Night Football or something?
There are 2 Monday night games. I think they added 4 teams this week. The math is mathing, right?
Wild.
I mean, there's no buys.
Feels like a lot, doesn't it?
It does, but no. Last week we had 10 1 o'clock games, which was nuts.
Yeah, there was only 3 4s.
That's the most that we're ever going to have this year.
So I love 5 4 o'clock games, including Ravens, Boys. And that's about it. Lions Cardinals is a great game. We'll get to that in a moment. Niners at Rams. I called the Niners letdown weird spot last week. They will bounce back in a big way against the Rams this week. Give me San Francisco.
Yeah, there's a lot of people hurt on San Fran, but they're not losing 2 in a row, and the Rams they don't have anybody.
And they're going to take over that stadium.
Yeah.
So they'll be all red. Sean is going Niners. Tony?
Niners, and like you said, there's a lot of people hurt on San Francisco, but there are more people hurt in L.A.
Brett?
I'm in agreement with Tony.
Okay. Lions at Cardinals. Did not have this as one of my games of the week heading into the year. I usually like to pick a game usually in the 1 o'clocks, but I'm going to make this my game of the day. Lions at Cardinals. I haven't had a chance to really watch a lot of the Cardinals, but I'm going to lock in on this one. No, I'm not, because the stupid Ravens and Cowboys are going to be on regular TV. Damn. Well, I have Red Zone on. I'm going to go Lions bounce back because I don't fully believe in the Cardinals, but, man, they put on a show. Marvin Harrison put on a show last week in their win over the beat-up Rams. Give me the Lions on the road to bounce back, though.
Yeah, I'm going Lions, but I don't love the pick. I think the Cardinals can do some damage here.
Chandler's also going Lions. Tony, would you like to be on Kyler Murray Island?
I will. I do.
Right.
What were Harrison's numbers last week?
Well, he had 2 touchdowns.
Had 130 yards in the first half. I don't think he did much in the second half.
Holy.
Yeah. He got loose after
He didn't even have like a catch in week.
I was going to say he had a rough week 1, right? But bounced back strong last week. All right, Brett.
Detroit.
Yeah, fun game, though. Chiefs at Falcons. That is a Sunday nighter, and this one got way more interesting because of the last drive the other night. 2-0 Chiefs at 1-1 Falcons. Tony not impressed with the Falcons, so does that mean you're going Chiefs?
I am. I thought Kirk Cousins, while he played well, I don't think he had the zip on the ball that he has had in the past. I wonder if he's able to drive off of that. What, did he have Achilles injury last year, or was it knee? Whatever, maybe it was ACL. Maybe age is finally catching up with the dude, but Patrick Mahomes and them, they ball out, dude.
I don't mind making dumb picks, as you know, and it paid off for me last week. I've already got the Panthers this week, but I want to throw one more out there. I'm going to go Falcons beating the Chiefs on a Sunday Night Football. Jarrett.
Andy Reid is 10-3 against the Falcons, so I will be going with the Chiefs.
Okay. I'm not seeing Chandler's pick here. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's up at the top of the first picture. He picked the Chiefs.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said Chiefs.
All right. Because why?
Andy Reid 10-3 against the Falcons.
Okay. Brett?
Falcons.
There we go. Wow. All right, Monday night doubleheader. Jags at Bills. The Jags are the Jags. 0-2, Buffalo. I think the Bills win by 17. Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, I want to believe in Jacksonville so much, but after last week, I just can't. Can't do it.
All right. Tony?
Trevor Lawrence is a generational bust. Give me the Bills.
Wow. Generational bust. Not just a bust?
Generational talent for so long. If he's a generational talent, he falls short of that, and he's a generational bust.
All right, Brett?
This is a stupid pick, but give me the Jaguars.
Why do you have that feeling?
They're 0-2. He hasn't looked that great all year, but I think he does have it in him. I think last year he had a great year. I think he'll find his form a little bit more this week and hopefully squeak out a win there.
All right.
He take another safety or hold on to the ball forever. All those things.
He doesn't throw a lot of picks. He just fumbles.
He's a generational fumbler.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
All right. The easiest game to pick all week. The lock it in, cement, hammer down, whatever you want to call it. This is your survivor. This is your last man standing pick. This is the Cincinnati Bengals getting in the win column with a win over the Commanders. Don't overthink it. Bengals probably win this game by 20+.
I think Jaden Daniels will put on a show, but it won't be enough.
Does Jaden Daniels throw his first touchdown of the season?
I believe so.
I hope so. Tony?
Bengals. They went into Arrowhead and really played a tough game last week. They can't. I don't know. It's like are the Ravens 0-3? Is that a true 0-2? Yes, it's like they lost both games, but do we really think they're a 0-2 caliber team? I hope the Bengals are better than that. Give me Cincinnati.
How did they lose at home to the Patriots? What if we're saying, how did they lose at home to the Patriots and Commanders? Oh, I just got excited.
A premonition.
Oh, John is going Bengals, and this is your survivor pick, right, Brett?
This is my pick.
The Bengals.
I think they win by a lot.
You're still in survivor?
I do too.
Yeah, started with 186 people, already down to 20.
And your picks again were week 1?
Seattle week 1, Houston week 2. And it's going to be the Bengals in week 3.
Good on you. Good on you. Tony, thank you for joining us. You'll have a late night, Sunday night edition of the call-in show. So
yeah,
post-game show is what I was trying to say.
Fun. I can't wait to celebrate.
You don't have to tell us your whereabouts. Are you in town? Are you watching games around here Sunday, or what you gonna do?
No, I am out. I'm on the road right now.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll see you, buddy. Thanks for. We'll see you in studio next week.
All right, man. Sounds great.
Tony Dunn joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. The picks are in. We'll wrap up the hour with a little fantasy start sit. I think Steve's got one or two in the chat. I've got one or two. We'll see if Jarrett and Brett do as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live Football Friday. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Carolina Eagle is proud to partner with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to bring 4,704 cans of emergency drinking water to the local volunteer firefighters who help keep our communities safe. This summer, Carolina Eagle wants to give a huge thank you to the Fountain Rural Fire Association for all that they do. At Carolina Eagle, they are proud to work with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to give back to the place we call home. Carolina Eagle Distributing, proudly serving Eastern North Carolina since 1989. Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our Float Therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared, sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. And UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. All right, let's run through these as fast as we can. Steve has a start 4. He's got Devontae Adams in there. We're going to start him every week, right?
Every week.
What's the other option?
Well, Jaden Reed, Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers, Naylor, I hardly know her, Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, go Tay.
How is that even like a question?
I don't know. I think he's bragging, maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of options.
But we're starting 4 of them.
Oh, start.
But he didn't need to include Devontae.
He's the best wide receiver.
So we're starting Jaden Reed, Devontae, and Zay Flowers, right? So it comes down to Naylor and Tyler Johnson.
I don't even know who they play for.
So Naylor, I saw he scored a touchdown last week. Who's he with? The Vikings? But that was with Addison out.
He's out again this week.
Okay, so you got Naylor. I'm sorry, I keep saying his name. Please don't cancel me. Tyler Johnson is a Buck. Let's go Naylor.
Yeah, Naylor.
Nail it. All right. We've got start 1, Carson Steele, Jacobs, or Montgomery. Well, I can't start Carson Steele.
Jacobs. Yeah, no, you got Jacobs, yeah.
All right, Josh Jacobs.
If Malik Willis is playing, definitely start Josh Jacobs.
Carson Steele maybe gets 10 to 15 touches.
And maybe scores 3 touchdowns. We don't know. That's the point. You kind of know what you're getting with Josh Jacobs at this point. An entire game plan to give him the ball.
Also, 10 to 15 is a lot.
Yeah. You did kind of poo-poo the 15 touches. That's a lot of touches.
Well, Samaj P. Ryan's going to get a bunch, too.
You also got to think Patrick Mahomes is going to throw it. So the running backs
are they going to run 150 plays?
It's just not Carson Steele.
All right, there you go. Jamie says Zach Moss or DeAndre Swift.
Swift.
He said that swiftly.
Colts D-line doesn't have DeForest Buckner, and they're the worst run defense in the league.
Okay.
Can't go against that.
Jaden Reed or Rashid Shaheed?
Rashid.
Dude, that guy.
Yeah, he's going to burn Eagles defense.
It's like, it's our Saints question. Are the Saints good? Some people say yes. Is Rashid Shaheed an every week starter?
For now, until he proves you wrong.
All right, there you go, Jamie. Carson Steele or Eckler? I will say this, Eckler still got it. He took a kick to the house last week. It was called back due to a penalty. And until Jaden Daniels proves he can hit McLaurin and these wide receivers, Eckler's going to get some catches out of the backfield. Having said all that, somebody said Carson Steele's going to get 15 touches.
If that happens, bet the house.
10.
That's still a lot.
Carson Steele or Eckler? I don't know. I kind of see a thing where maybe the Washington's down and we get an Eckler 6 to 7 catch game. I'll go Eckler. I don't know. What do y'all think?
That's a you question. I don't know.
Eckler.
Okay. And a question that Brett had. So, Brett, what was your question?
So, I got Tyreek Hill, but I am not too confident with the Skylar Thompson starting. And then I also got Darnell Mooney, who's coming off a huge week.
Yeah.
And Rashid Shaheed.
At first, I was like, don't be stupid, just start Tyreek Hill. But how many of those guys can you start?
I'm going to play
2. Yeah.
Shaheed and Tyreek Hill then. Skylar Thompson took the Bills down to the wire in the one game he started. So
I got Devontae Adams in there too.
Oh, well then start Devontae. Like what?
Well, that's so wide receiver 1 is unknown because Tyreek Hill. It's either Tyreek Hill, Mooney, or Shaheed.
Okay.
And
or
then
just
wide
say
receiver
Devontae
2
Adams.
is Devontae Adams. He's locked in.
But if this was a real team, I'd go and bump him up to 1.
And I also got Devonta Smith at flex.
Yeah. Okay. Well, make him your. Yeah. Okay. Either way, Hill, Shaheed,
or Mooney.
I mean, I would still start Hill, but your question makes a lot more sense now that I think about it, and that you've got Mooney and Shaheed who put up big games last week.
Shaheed back-to-back big games.
I'm still starting Hill.
Yeah, I'm actually starting Hill in my fantasy team. So
I'll trust you.
I wonder if you try to trade one of those guys, though.
I would. If I would do that, it needs to be for a running back.
Yeah. Well, if you need a running back, I would send a few offers out. Devontae Smith for one, or even Tyreek Hill. I don't know if people would be clamoring for Tyreek Hill because of that quarterback situation, but maybe you could. You got a good problem at receiver, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Y'all, you got one, Jared? I'll see if I got one.
Yeah. It's almost the same question as last week. Tony Pollard, Zach Charbonnet, or Zamir White?
Oh, yeah. I remember I told you Pollard because how'd he do week 2?
He had a I think it was like 10, 11 points. It was better than, I think Zach Charbonnet had 12, so it wouldn't really matter either way.
So Walker is Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, he's doubtful.
Okay.
I kind of want to start Zamir White just because I feel like our run game's going to start going this week.
I think it's Zamir White.
Against the Panthers.
Yeah.
I also think that you get to a point in the game where you get tackled on like the 1, 2, or 3 yard line, and they just give it to Zamir.
Yeah, and Antonio Pierce has talked up like we need to get the run game going this week, so it's just for the flex. So.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead.
I just, you start Zamir White, not only do the Raiders lose, but he has a bad game. It's just a complete crappy weekend.
Fantasy would be the last thing I'm thinking about. If
I understand, of course, but it just feels like now it's like a double whammy situation.
So go Charbonnet or
no,
Pollard?
Start Zamir White.
Okay.
Because you're going to win and he's going to score a touchdown.
All right.
So go for it. Let's see if I got anything. So Addison's out. That takes care of that. I got nothing in that league because Brock Bowers is an every week starter. I'm going double tight end, Laporta and Bowers. This week I've already lost because Ramondre Stevenson got me 0.3 points last night. So this game is over. Zach Moss, or has Gus Edwards done anything this year? Has Josh Palmer or Dobbs done anything this year?
No, it's just been J.K. Dobbins in the run game.
So I'm starting Zach Moss then, right? Over Dobbs and over Palmer.
He's in Cincy, right?
Yeah, playing against Washington.
Yeah, I'd go Zach Moss.
Gus Edwards gets a lot of touches. He got 18 last week.
Oh, he's just not doing much with it, or he is, and I'm not.
He couldn't break free at all.
Yeah.
But they are giving him the ball.
Break free. Gus Edwards is a touchdown-dependent option in week 3. Yeah. All right, I'll stick with Zach Moss. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back hour 3. When we return, we'll talk to Morgan Ahlers. That's on the way when we return after these words.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is a public notice, only Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar. Up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall. Only Discount Mattress and Furniture. All wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits, up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Pay by cash, check, and credit card. Second chance credit, no credit, new credit, bad credit. 9 days, same as cash. Bring your truck and trailers to save even more. U-Haul trucks will be on location for pickup of merchandise absolutely free. Public notice, Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Ryan McChrystal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to go to University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gateway can handle all of your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns, and fillings, sedation, dentistry, and cosmetic needs such as braces and implants. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jared, if you want to do some reading this weekend, Ken Rosenthal has tweeted out an article, I guess, by Britt Gurroll. An owner who thinks he knows everything led the White Sox to a historic disaster.
Yeah, I think I've read like 6 different articles on The Athletic and ESPN about this terrible White Sox team.
Yeah, so there's some reading for you this weekend. We will now head out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Talk to the voice of Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. He is Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us. East Carolina coming off a loss. Morgan, we've talked about it all week, but we'll get your take on it. Man, just a back-and-forth game, a game where East Carolina had a big lead, could not hold on to it. Defense puts them in a spot, forcing a late fumble to get one more crack at it. Garcia throws a pick, and then, of course, the doink pick that could have been. Woulda, shoulda, coulda for ECU last week.
Yeah, it was just one of those games just wasn't meant to be. You know, we had our opportunities to put more points on the board. I think there's times, and we talked about this at the beginning of the season, if you remember. I thought it was going to be 4 or 5 games into the season before the offense really, gets a handle on what it is. I think ideally you have some really talented players there, but you've got a coach in JDB that, he's the new offensive coordinator, but he's learning his role and learning, he's the guy calling all the plays, not just consulting a little bit. And it's going to take him a little while to get into the groove of it, find out what works, find out what doesn't. And last week, I think there were several times they got down into stay within the 30-yard line. I'm not going to say necessarily in the red zone, and still were running the hurry-up offense. And I think there's times that you get to the line of scrimmage fast, force the defense to get set, and not be able to substitute. Then take your time, see what they're doing, take a deep breath, and make a good decision. And I think a couple of times the hurry up got us a little bit last week. Not saying that's a bad thing. I think it's a learning thing, and I think that the Pirates will learn from it, move on.
Morgan defense takes a big shot with Savone Revel being out with an ACL injury. It happened at practice earlier this week, so that was, I believe, on Wednesday. So East Carolina's had a couple of days to think about it, but not a lot of prep time to get ready and make those substitutions. But Blake Harrell trusts his guys, and we trust a lot of those players that are back there in the secondary. So if there's a player you don't want out, it's him. If there's a position you don't want out, I could think of another that could be more damning to this team, but it's not good news, but hopefully something East Carolina can somehow work around and put together a good defensive plan here.
And if I'm not mistaken, in preseason, Savone was out for a little while.
Yeah, he was
nursing a little nagging injury. I know he didn't play in a lot in either one of the scrimmage games, if at all. I know the first one. So they've had the experience going, getting out there playing without him. And I think hopefully they can get the knee repaired and get him back to training, and hopefully get him in position. Whether he can make the combine next year or whatever the case may be. Let's positive things. He's got plenty of tape. Teams know what he can do. Knee injuries like that, unfortunately, are a side effect of playing the game of football, and they're used to bouncing back. I mean, look what happened with the quarterback for Tennessee a few years ago. He was drafted and he's still on the roster at Detroit. There's, it happens all the time, but hopefully, prayers for a quick recovery and a full recovery for Savone.
Taking on the Liberty Flames, for a team that's won 15 regular season games in a row, we don't know a ton about them because they're a little bit out of sight, out of mind. They famously played an awful schedule last year and don't have a great one this year, but they go 12-0. They are in a big-time bowl game. They get blown out in that game, but they know how to win. Morgan, Jamie Chadwell did say this was maybe the toughest regular season test he's had since he's been there these last couple of seasons in the form of East Carolina. So it'll be a fun trip for Pirate fans. I know there'll be a lot of purple in the seats and a sold-out crowd up there in Lynchburg, and hopefully should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, Liberty, they're a well-funded university. They've got tremendous facilities up there. It's a private university that Jerry Falwell started up there, and it's just been, if you're looking at just from a dollars and cents standpoint, no, they don't have a lot of NIL money, but they're just about, their facilities are as good as anybody's. Might not be as big as everybody's, but they're really, really good. And that program has been successful the last few years. They brought in Hugh Freeze, who's now down at Auburn. And now they've got the coach from Coastal Carolina in there that was very successful running that kind of really a true hybrid offense where they run some wishbone, they run the run and shoot, they run a little bit of everything, and they still throw the ball out of it. And that's what was Grayson McCall, who's now at NC State, was very successful doing that. And I think he, before he got hurt last week, he was kind of struggling to do a regular offense because he was so used to running that. But it's going to be a big test for the Pirates, and I think it's going to show a lot of what this team is made of. They've got a lot of experience, especially on the defensive side of the ball in a Pirate uniform, and I think that's going to have to carry them tomorrow because the new guys that are here, they might have been here since the spring and this preseason camp first few games this year, but they're learning how to be Pirates, and this defense is going to have to really step up. Some of the offensive linemen, Rajay, and be leaders, and now's when the leadership really has to take a forefront.
Morgan Ahlers joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line, East Carolina and Liberty coming up Saturday at 6. We'll be with you 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and of course after the game, myself and Holt Ahlers on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. And Holt experienced his first loss last week, although Morgan, I'll give credit to Holton and Caden and even Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, former Pirate baseball player who called in. It was not as brutal as I thought it would be. A lot of fans were sure upset about the loss, but a lot of games left, a lot of season left, and we look like we're beating ourselves, which makes you think there are correctable things that we can fix. So it wasn't the totally negative fifth quarter I thought it would be after last week's loss.
Well, I was amazed there wasn't a line of people jumping off the Green Street Bridge already. I had some people talk to me on Sunday and, fire him, we need to fire them. I'm like, really? It's not that big a deal. They lost a game. There's a bunch more to play. They just have to regroup. And I promise you, and you look at what App State did last night, they weren't going into that game last night with South Alabama thinking that South Alabama was going to drag them up and down the field like they did. Now, whether, they let the win last week affect that game last night, not taking it seriously, I don't know. But South Alabama was ready to play last night against App State. App State was ready to play against East Carolina, and we were too. And one or two plays make a difference in last week, and we win that game. So we'll be okay. I think it was hopefully a big learning experience.
Morgan, a couple other things. Panthers making the move to Andy Dalton. They are sitting Bryce Young. They've got to have some kind of pulse on offense, and Bryce Young just wasn't giving them one. So they make a move. Does that do anything? Do they have a shot against the Raiders on Sunday?
Well, Andy Dalton, he's an experienced quarterback, played for the Bengals, had a lot of experience when he was there. I think he brings a poise in the pocket that they didn't have before. I mean, last week and watching that game, there was some wide open plays. I don't think the offense is the problem. I think the execution of the offense was the problem. I mean, there were wide receivers that are open, and Bryce, for whatever reason, just couldn't hit them. I don't know if he's scrambling, pressing too much, and seeing what's going on. I think you'll see a different Panthers team. I'm not going to say they're going to win this week, but I think their offense will produce points this week and play better with him at quarterback right now.
Morgan Ahlers joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and go around the horn and do our one question for Morgan. We do it every week. Intern Brett's going to join us for the first time on this segment this week. But, Jared, we'll have you go first.
Morgan, Cowboys get absolutely pounced on by the Saints last week. Do you think that's an anomaly, or should that be expected this week against the Ravens?
I think that's going to be a heck of a football game. I think the Ravens still are trying to find themselves a little bit and get their, feet underneath them a little bit. And I think the Cowboys, after last week, have a lot to prove. I think the pressure will be on themselves. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going to call the Cowboys for the win on this one.
All right. I, too, unfortunately have a Cowboys bounce back just because I feel like that was weird last week. It was enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, but it was very strange watching the Saints go all up and down the field on Dallas.
One of those games last week that the Saints could do no wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they went out, Kamara went off, and, Carr looked like he was, the leading candidate for the MVP throwing the football. He couldn't do anything wrong. It was just one of those games.
All right, Brett, what's your question for Morgan Ahlers?
Morgan, I got a food question for you. I want you to run me through.
Why do you say that, Brett?
I want
a food question. I'm a big guy. Come on, bro.
Well, I'm a bigger guy myself. All right, we like our food. I want you to run me through what goes into making your perfect sandwich.
The perfect sandwich. You're going to laugh when I say this. My favorite sandwich would probably be a basic grilled cheese.
A grilled cheese. Is there a soup on the side with that?
A grilled cheese sandwich, you add a little bit of bacon to it every once in a while, maybe fry you up a couple of pieces of bologna, stick it in there. Booyah. I'm not a complicated guy.
Brett asked, is there a soup on the side, Morgan?
It could be. I mean, Sandra makes some delicious vegetable soup, and when she does that,
Kind of ready for the fall now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Brett, as a Yankee, as a Jersey guy, is he missing some ingredients? Little capicola.
Yeah, he's missing a couple things. I think I may have to make him a sandwich and deliver it to him and see what he thinks.
Who am I talking to? Let me tell you something. Get a little gabagool, a little bit of onion,
a little prosciutto,
sauce,
fresh mutts,
gravy. You know what I'm talking about? Prosciutto. Bada bing, bada boom. Sit your butt over there and push the buttons on the thing. Don't talk about my grilled cheese sandwich anymore.
All right, Shirley, do you have a question?
Morgan, what is your favorite old school monster movie?
Godzilla.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
It's also an inside joke between me and Morgan.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, this morning.
Morgan's trying to offend every part of.
No. I'm telling you now, I'm not a horror movie, monster movie kind of guy. But growing up, you've got the Godzilla movies that they have out now, okay? And they're destroying, they look like they're big monsters and they're destroying everything. Go back on YouTube or whatever and find the original Godzilla movies where they had people dressed up in the suits, and they were going around and like destroying towns that are on a soundstage. It's awesome, okay? It's absolutely awesome. And this morning when we were working on the high school huddle, Shirley and I were talking about the Godzilla, and it's funny, but yeah, Godzilla. You can hear an ode to Godzilla at the close of the show tonight. I will go ahead and say that.
Okay. Check that out. High school huddle coming up. We'll wrap it up with that, but I'll do a high school related question, Morgan. Do you have, I guess you were a basketball player. You played football too, right? What is your, best high school memory on the court or on the field? Is there one play or something that stands out to you?
Not really. I mean, I played basketball in high school. I actually did some damage to my neck when I was in 8th grade, so I couldn't play football. But I played basketball and baseball, and I played with a lot of really good players, a lot of good guys, a lot of good memories from that. The guys I played with, and you still keep in touch with them. And same thing when I played in college. It was a lot of fun, and you just got to remember it all and enjoy it while you can.
I'm assuming you were in the post, Morgan. Did you ever step out? Were you the first stretch 4 or 5 ever? Did you hit any threes?
No, pretty much no. I will tell you one thing. If you can remember Chris Washburn that played at NC State, he played at Laurinburg Tech for a year, and we played them. And I got him fouled out pretty quick. He had 2 technical fouls against me. And
got in his head. There you go. All right. High school huddle, Morgan. What are the big ones we're looking forward to tonight?
Well, you got a couple big ones. You've got Farmville Central taking on Southwest Edgecombe. That's going to be a big one in Eastern Plains 2A. J.H. Rose travels to Jacksonville. South Central is going to Jacksonville Northside. D.H. Conley's off tonight. Washington's at Croatan tonight. And North Pitt, they're going to be battling Green Central. So that should be a really good matchup up at North Pitt. The big game, and we'll talk about it a little bit, is in Havelock tonight. New Bern and Havelock play in the Big Carolina Conference, and that's a heck of a way to start off the conference play. But there's some really good games. Coaches are excited. Talked with Brian North, Brian Bailey. They're excited for the Blitz and Touchdown Friday. So high school football, the weather's not going to be a factor tonight. The fields might be a little wet, but should be a good show.
All right, Morgan. Sounds good. High school huddle coming up at 6 o'clock. Morgan, go get your shine box. I put a grilled cheese in there for you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, try grilled cheese and bologna. Even somebody from New Jersey can understand what I'm talking about. I think about grilled cheese, not the chicken bologna, the bologna, the beef bologna.
All right, there you go.
I'm telling you.
See you, Morgan.
All right.
There he is, Morgan Ahlers, joining us. When we return, we'll hear from Brian North. Before we leave, I want to hear Brett's perfect sandwich, though.
My perfect sandwich?
Wait, no. Before we leave today. That's a tease. We'll do it later in the show. So start building it in your head.
I already got it.
All right. We'll have that. When we return, Brian North joins us here on the program. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical-grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Hey, Pirate fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2024 football schedules ready, and you can pick them up at these fine business locations: the Cary Brass Guy, the Snow Globe, Boyd Equipment Services, B&L Dumpster Rental and Junk Removal, Auto Repair Center, Harrison Flores Plumbing, Emily McAllister Real Broker LLC, James River Equipment, Mosquito Joe of Eastern North Carolina, Eastern Tree Pros, the Standard Dog Salon and Supply Company, Majestic Windows and Pressure Washing, My Carolina Home Inspection, All In Quality Concrete, O'Malley Health Insurance, Fame, Easy Traveling Incorporated, Precision Pest Services, Farmville Methodist Church, Coops Heating and Air Service, Creative Learning Child Care Center, and Caro's Floats and Wellness Studio. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to the community. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sports institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from any of the funds collected for your ad will be given to any educational institution or sports team. We are not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville, on Bells Fork, or at Bells Fork, I should say, and on Greenville Boulevard, and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we'll have our Fleet Feet run down the Friday night slate of college football games when we return, but right now, we will talk to Brian North, who had a chance to chat with earlier today. Get you ready for the football weekend. Here's my chat with WCTI 12's Brian North. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Mr. Brian North, WCTI 12, getting ready for another night of the Blitz. Coming up tonight, covering high school football. North, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clipper. Just kind of at my desk hanging out here, getting the Blitz open together and getting the set ready and all those cool things. So, yeah.
A little behind-the-scenes look at what's going on, a day in the life of Brian North. Well, a day in the work life. You got a lot more stresses and things going on at home, I'm sure. Hey, can we do one from the house one time? I want to see, like, your girls hanging from your neck and gouging your eyes out. That would be fun.
That would be ridiculous, called for, but yeah, sounds like good.
It'd be good radio, good video. North, let's start with what happened last night, because there's a lot of angry Pirate fans right now after Appalachian State got waxed by South Alabama.
Yeah.
Personally, we got 12 games to show what we are. I don't need other games to show how good or bad we are. But there were people more upset last night, I think, than there was last weekend because of the way App State got hammered.
I was surprised. Now, you know me, I'm not a very good gambling man, but every now and then I like to put a little $5 on a game. And I saw that App State, and I was like, oh, no problem, $5. I'll win that one. And then I woke up this morning and said, what in the holy boon happened here? So, yeah, that's that short week. That's that maybe they weren't quite prepared and thought they were going to have an easy time with South Alabama on the short week. Whatever it was, they got waxed.
Well, East Carolina has had a normal week to kind of rub their wounds, get ready for a team, Brian, that hasn't lost a regular season game since the end of 2022. So a long winning streak, 15 in a row regular season games for Liberty. Have not played the best competition. In fact, their coach, which was delivering all kinds of flowers to ECU and Mike Houston this week, said that this will be their toughest opponent going to Lynchburg and all that. And he may be right. But what do you think about the Flames coming in off this big winning streak? And they know how to win right now. You know, do we know how to win that game at the end?
That's I've said all year long, this schedule, these first 4 games outside of Norfolk State, those other 3 were going to be ones that ECU could win or could lose, but they were going to be tight games. And I kind of see the same scenario without having a ton of information about Liberty. I know they're good. I know they're in Lynchburg. But I don't know the personnel. There's just something about this game that tells me this is a winnable game for ECU. Like last week, it comes down to really 2 plays, right? You have a missed field goal and you have a doink off the helmet of a defender that he catches that or at least knocks it down. ECU's got a good chance to win the game. And so it's just a couple of different plays is what it comes down to. And now you take out Rebels, who's got the ACL injury and won't play. What kind of stress does that put on you and your back end against a team that can throw the ball? But I still think ECU can go in there and win that game. My gut feeling, and again, I could have been eating something bad, but my gut feeling is the Pirates can go in there and stop that win streak.
Another big pivotal play in that game was Jake Garcia interception. Now, he only threw 1. It happened at a brutal time, but how about him week 3? What did you see from Jake Garcia? What do you think about him moving forward as the Pirate QB?
So it looked like he shook a little of the rust off. The opening pass, you go all the way down the field, but then the offense doesn't get back in the end zone again. And so you have to say to yourself, all right, what changed? Did they get too conservative on that? Did App State's defense make the adjustments? Now, how does this vaunted offense, who we thought was going to come out and put up a lot of points, now only 1 offensive touchdown against an App State team that let up a lot against the Clemson squad. Now, how do they make those adjustments here going forward? So did they go too conservative to try to limit the turnovers? I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'll let other guys like Mogan Ahlers figure that out, and whatever he says, I'll go with. But yeah, it's like the scales keep changing, right? You go too far one way, and now you don't go far enough the other.
Brian North joining us. We will be with you 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We'll check in with North around 5:30 or so if he is available. Is Luke heading to Lynchburg?
So we were both going to go at first, but I've had some scheduling issues. But Luke is still planning on going. So he may do the old Brian North double. He may see the mighty Dukes of JMU at UN Chapel Hill for a first half and then make the rest of the way the trip up to.
Yeah, old school Brian North right there. We'll see if we can check in with Luke on a busy day Saturday here on Pirate Radio. North, Kevin Monroe had the perfect NC State analogy for their fans yesterday. He went deep in the 100-acre woods for his analogy. He said they were Eeyore and said they are just kind of sad, waiting for the next thing to happen. And the next thing that happened was Grayson McCall goes out. Now, when he goes out, this freshman comes in and sparks things a little bit. They are still big dogs heading to Death Valley to take on Clemson. So how about NC State ranked preseason now staring, loss number 2 in the face? And if Vegas is right, blowout number 2 in the face. Interested to see what happens there tomorrow.
tough place for a true freshman to make his first collegiate start, Death Valley, right? And I know he said some nice things about, his high school had him ready to go for this, but I don't know if they did or not. He does bring a little more athleticism to the quarterback position, and freshmen always will tuck and run much faster, decent arm, but playing in Clemson is a whole different animal. And so, look, NC State's defense, if they come to play, should be able to keep Clemson in check enough where they should be in the game at least for a while, unless Bailey turns it over a whole boatload of times. So I understand NC State's Eeyore-ness. This is not anything new. This is a path they've gone down a lot. And then coming off of last year with all these women's Final Four, men's Final Four, ranked in the top 25. Yeah. They were riding that high, but it's just a matter of when it comes crashing down. And I don't think the season's over. But for NC State, if they have this dream of making the playoffs, they probably have to win this game. And so they're just like the Tennessee game, they're putting way too much pressure on themselves to be perfect this year, the fan base anyway.
Brian North joining us. Brian, one of my group of five, we're calling them the outsiders now, one of my outsiders games to watch this week was your Dukes taking on North Carolina. How you feeling, Mr. Duke? Got a shot there?
They got a shot. I just don't know how good of a shot. They traditionally have not played well there, but that was when they were mostly a 1AA team. I'm still trying to figure out what this team is. They played 2 games. They're 2-0. We're still trying to figure out the new head coach and kind of what his signature is, new quarterback. So I still think there's some questions to be answered, and we'll get a lot of them answered this week. I think JMU fans would be happy if they go into Chapel Hill and are competitive. Look, you always want to win the game, but I think when you're looking at where this program is coming off of last year, Sun Belt's the most important part. And after last night's result with App State, the Sun Belt is wide open, but you want to get a litmus test of where you stand in a top 5 or a top environment. And I think we'll get that. I think they can win. Look, I'm not scared of UNC by any means, especially with their dual quarterback situation. We're still trying to figure out exactly what they are. So I'm not scared of that game, and if they lose, I just want it to be competitive. I just want to see how they play in a hostile environment before starting Sun Belt Conference.
Yeah, new coach there because your old coach is getting it done in Bloomington right now. Indiana, we've been talking about them. They hammer UCLA. We look at their schedule. They got a very favorable schedule. I mean, we're talking maybe 9-10 wins if things go exactly right there in Indiana. Brian North joining us. North, things can't get worse for the Panthers. We keep saying that every week, and they continue to do so, although they've made the move to Andy Dalton. Boy, this is kind of going away from your top pick early, but it's early, so you still have a chance to make something out of this season. And I guess, I don't know, would you call this a panic button? Would you call it a right move at this point in the year? What do you think about Andy Dalton starting for Bryce Young?
You can't do any worse than Bryce Young's cycle is very fragile right now. I also think what Dave Canales is trying to do, which he did with Geno, which he did with Baker Mayfield, is he's trying to change some things around. And I don't think Bryce Young, the things that Canales tried to get him to do form-wise, he reverted back to his old ways in that game last week. So I think Canales looked at it and said, all right, we've got to get you out a little longer and get your muscle memory changed on that. In the meantime, you have slowed down in your progression of reading this offense. Now let's get the old KG veteran back in there to give Bryce Young some more time. Look, I don't think Andy Dalton will start the rest of the year by any means. One, injury-wise, he's a 34-year-old quarterback, and he's had an injury history his last couple of stops. So I don't think you can rely on him, but I think you get someone in there who can understand the offense and show him how to do it while Bryce Young continues to work on his mechanics. So when he gets that next opportunity, he's a little bit better prepared. So I think it's a really smart move at this point because it can't get any worse. And again, I think Bryce Young is at that very fragile point psyche-wise where if he has another bad game, he may get beyond repair and it'll take a long time to rehabilitate.
Panthers and Raiders coming up this Sunday. Brian, let's talk about what's going on tonight. The Blitz. What games are we looking forward to tonight?
A lot of good rivalry games going on. We've got Havelock and New Bern is our big game that we have going on as conference play gets underway here. And just all these conference games are starting with great rivalry games. North Pitt and Green Central, Farmville Central and Southwest Edgecombe are neighbors. You've got James Keenan and East Duplin. You still have the mullet bucket between East and West Carterettas tonight. You've got the battle for the paddle. They've moved that. It used to be Riverside and South Creek in Martin County. Now they've combined, so now they're going to fight over the paddle with neighbor Bertie County. So a lot of great rivalry games tonight as conference play gets underway for about half the teams in our viewing area.
DB, where'd you go to high school? Reagan. You familiar with Reagan on the?
I always wondered if they were named after Ronald Reagan, but yeah, I've heard of Reagan High School before.
Yeah, home of Savone Rebel, who's unfortunately in the news with that injury. Good stuff, Brian, and nice set behind you there. Is that where all the magic happens?
Some of the magic. See that green screen? We do put a little magic in there. Graphics, but the rest is all true blue helmets. And I'd step back, but I start to lose phone reception. So we got all the matchups set up on the Blitz set of who's playing this week. So yeah, your Conley Vikings get the Friday night off to get ready for a big Carolina Conference play next week.
There you go. North, thank you for joining us, man. We'll let you get back to work. Have a great show tonight, and we'll talk to you next week.
On the Blitz. All right, thanks, Clipper.
There is Brian North joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, getting you ready for the Blitz tonight. Thank you, Billy Weaver, and all the football action going on this weekend. We'll take a timeout, come back, have more for you. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return. Back on this Friday after these words.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going planking!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Dank Burrito is coming to Greenville. Everyone loves a good burrito, but they're always the same basic flavors. Basic is boring. Dank Burrito is not your basic burrito joint. We use global flavors and fresh to death ingredients to make new kinds of burritos, bowls, and tacos you never knew you'd love so much. Dank Burrito is the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, and we're opening soon on 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Check us out at dankburrito.com or on Facebook. Go Pirates.
Pirate football is back, and the only way to dress for game day is to visit UBE or pirateware.com. UBE has all your game day apparel, such as polos, tees, hats, and jerseys. UBE also has all the merchandise to keep your tailgate undefeated. Pirate flags, decals, face tattoos, and more. And for your little pirates, visit our Crow's Nest with Pirate Nation's largest selection of youth apparel. UBE has special hours on Sunday after home games, open from noon till 5. And you can visit pirateware.com anytime. UBE, where every day is game day. This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. And your home deserves the best. New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. And they also now specialize in crawl space, moisture control, and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They are open from noon until 2 a.m., 7 days a week. They have live music every night. Coming up Friday night, it is the Dawson Wright Band. And then on Saturday, it is the Lost Artists. And then on Sunday, it's Sunday Fun Day. Kick off the day at the Bug with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs so you don't miss a game. And they do a weekly jersey giveaway that starts at 5 o'clock. You can score every Sunday at the Bug. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live, Football Friday. Shirley, Brett, J-Bone. We'll be with you 2 o'clock Saturday, Bud Light pregame tailgate. Brett, I think, going to join us for a bit of that, and mostly for the tiebreakers. But hey, we'll. Wait, did you ever send me what you wanted?
I did not.
Oh crap! I put the order in. I need to add something real quick. You need to let me know what you want. Speaking of which, we'll run over Brett's favorite sandwich as we open up our Fleet Feet rundown. Shirley, do we have A-Harp? Can he tell us real quick about Fleet Feet?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, and we are getting close to the big day, Saturday, September 28th, 7:30 a.m., the Pirate Radio Game Day Run Club, presented by Fleet Feet. Sponsorship is $250. You can sign up to run for $10. You get a race and a T-shirt, and for $5, you can sign up and just race. The race is starting in at Fleet Feet, 207 East Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. For more information, you can go to runsignup.com and be a part of the Pirate Radio Game Day Run Club, Saturday, September 28th. All right, Friday night football tonight. Jarrett, you called it a classic ACC matchup. Stanford coming all the way across the country to take on Syracuse in the Dome. One of the weirdest all-time ACC matchups.
Yeah. I don't even understand how Syracuse is in the ACC, let alone Stanford.
Yeah. I guess SMU Cal could be the weirdest matchup of all time in the ACC, but
it's Cal Florida State this week, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right, in Tallahassee. Also, Big Ten matchup between Illinois and Nebraska. These are two ranked teams, two 3-0 teams. Pretty good matchup. Not hearing a lot of people give Illinois a chance in this one. And they do like the under. I might ride with them there, but that one's coming up tonight, 8 o'clock on Fox. And on the CW, two 3-0 teams, San Jose State at Washington State, going on tonight. So there is your trio of college football games on this Friday night. All right, Brett's perfect sandwich. We've been teasing it. We've been waiting for it. But Brett, us Southerners, we kind of just bypass the bread and talk about what's going on in the middle. But I know you Northerners, the bread's important, right?
The bread is single-handedly the most important part of the sandwich.
Wow.
What?
Okay. Look, that sounds foreign, but my wife, who is from South Jersey, is always talking about the lack of good bread around here. So I kind of get it.
Yeah, they don't really have the same companies that make bread up north. They don't really make them down here.
Y'all don't have Sunbeam or Wonder Bread?
No. We got Brooklyn bread.
Brooklyn bread.
That's what you want. Semolina, Brooklyn bread.
Salmonella.
Semolina.
Okay. What kind of bread is on your perfect sandwich?
So it starts with semolina, just a basic Brooklyn loaf, seeded.
Is that like white bread?
How do you spell that?
Semolina?
Yeah.
Sound it out.
Is it with an S?
No. Yes, it is with an S.
All right. Semolina bread. All right, go ahead.
So you have the semolina bread, and then it starts with nice ham, then Genoa salami, follow it up with sopressade, then capicole, fresh mutts, sharp provolone, cherry peppers, oil and vinegar, and mayo. Lettuce, tomato, onion.
I have a question.
Dude, I gotta say, I want that now.
He's throwing out words I don't even know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What the hell did you just say?
What was the?
The hell did you just say?
There was ham.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
after ham, you lost me.
Salami.
Well,
Oh no, it was after.
I know
salami.
that one.
Sopressade.
That's
Yeah.
the one I don't know.
What's that?
It's a form of salami.
Oh, I'm looking.
Ew.
Okay, I see it
Okay.
right here.
It's a form. And then capicole after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's that?
That's a form of ham.
Is that gabagool?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same thing. And then fresh mutts, sharp provolone.
Sharp provolone sounds interesting to me.
Yep. And then you get the cherry peppers on there for a little spiciness. And then you always got to mix the olive oil and vinegar and
Yeah.
mayo together. And then lettuce, tomato, onion.
How much mayo you like on your sandwich?
You know, you can't go over the top, especially when you're mixing it with the oil and vinegar.
I like a
Just
like a whisper.
Yeah, it's like a nice coating on both
I
sides.
like a scream of mayo on my sandwiches. But that sounds great, Brett.
That's a great sandwich right there.
Yeah.
That's way better than a grilled cheese.
Get out of town, dude. I was hoping Morgan said like banana and mayo. I'd kill for a banana and mayo.
Baneo.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we'll call it that. All right, so here's what we do on Pirate Radio Live. We got something for everybody. We got your Yankee sandwich, and we got your NASCAR picks. So let's head back south and talk to Jarrett. First of all, where are we at this weekend?
We're in Bristol under the lights,
Nice.
7 o'clock tomorrow night. Unfortunate timing, lining up
Yeah.
with the ECU game, but I'll have it on the phone in the stands. And we're going Denny Hamlin plus 400. He's under the cut line, minus 6 points right now. Doesn't need a win. He can get it on points, but he's not ran well these first 2 playoff races. So we're going to go him to win. And then
Question.
Okay.
Bristol qualifying or position's important, right? So
Yeah,
where's Denny?
It's still going on right now.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah, the
Okay,
qualifying has
10-4.
not finished up, but I
Gotcha.
think these are 2 good bets. And we're going, it's a little biased. I've been betting Kyle Busch every race. He's at plus 1,600. Right now, he's the most, got the most wins among active drivers with 8 at Bristol. So I think a little sprinkle on plus 1,600 really work out well for you.
Denny and Kyle.
Is this the Cup Series or the
Yeah,
Xfinity
Cup Series. We're not doing no Busch League stuff, dude.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm not a big NASCAR person.
Yeah. Like, one thing you should know, tomorrow night, we're going real fast and real left. All right?
It's only left.
That's why we're going real left.
Not as fast as we go some other places, though, right?
No, but that's what makes Bristol so great. That nobody's going to be going fast enough to break them out among the pack. You're going to have probably 2-3 guys running at the front majority of the time.
And probably some angry folks late.
What do you mean? Like who? Based on like fans?
No, drivers.
Oh yeah. I think it was like 14 years ago yesterday. Tony Stewart threw his helmet at Matt Kenseth.
Oh yeah.
It's an all-timer.
Yeah. So all right. I tell you what, maybe we'll have that on. I don't know if it makes a TV. It'll make
Tennessee,
a laptop.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, it might make a laptop. Jamie says Brett seems like a Jeff Bodine guy. That's just a joke. I don't know. Any Yankee drivers?
I don't know, but Jamie said in the chat, Junior's racing tonight, isn't he? And yes, Dale Jr. is racing tonight. Possibly his last ever.
Is that truck or Xfinity?
Xfinity.
Okay. Should we bet on Junior?
Why is it his last ever? Is he retiring?
Well, I mean, he's been
He has
part-time
retired.
and he owns a team in Xfinity. And, like, so he'll
So he's
come
going
out every now and
ownership
then,
now.
do like 3 races a year.
Nice. nice.
Kind of like if Phil Simms went and played quarterback. Eli Manning.
We'll take it.
It's like Michael Jordan on the Wizards, you know?
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up here. Scott, our Maryland guy, his favorite sandwich is a good old Maryland crab cake sandwich. I got some frozen crab cakes a few weeks ago, Scott. I just had a weird craving for crab cakes. But I wish there was like a good... There probably is. I need to find a good crab cake spot around here. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up after this.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza, downtown, for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and saluting those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahio sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, it was a mixed day for the stock market today. The Dow was up 38 points and finished at 42,073. The NASDAQ slipped 65 points and finished at 17,948. And the S&P was down 11 at 5,702. That is your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC. Member SIPC. And Clip, one sporting note, or did you see, as we head back into the show, congratulations to former ECU baseball pitcher Zach Agnos, who was named to the Northwest League All-Star team. And as of right now, he is the only former Pirate that has been named to a postseason All-Star team. And that is in High A. Now, AA and AAA have not released their All-Star MVPs and their All-Star teams as of yet because their seasons are not quite over yet. But as it stands right now, Zach Agnos, who's pitched for the Spokane Indians and the Hartford Yard Goats, is where he finished up the season. Congratulations to him.
Fan favorite and one of ours as well. Congratulations to Zach. TD Tutty in for 6 touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns, and DraftKings Sportsbook is delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your picks. If you're ready to do a touchdown dance of your own, DraftKings customers, new DraftKings customers, that is, can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly if you are a new DraftKings customer. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers. Get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. For a minute there, Shirley, I have to read commercials and do things, when we're not doing a live show. I thought I was recording this. And then I remembered.
And you stopped?
I was on live radio.
I was wondering why you were stopping. I was like, did you just not read the... I thought maybe you skipped a line or something.
I was going to go back to the beginning of the sentence and start over, but I was like, wait, I'm live. People are hearing me and watching me right now. I can't handle the heat. The moment's too big for me. But I got through it. All right, Shirley, Brett, J-Bone, appreciate y'all's efforts today. Chandler, hope you've made it up to Lynchburg. And I guess are doing what for the next...
Working.
24 hours.
They're working.
They're 24 hours away from kickoff.
They're working hard, man.
And
they're working hard.
Yeah, they're getting it done. All right, we'll see you at 2 o'clock Saturday. Bud Light pregame tailgate taking you up to kickoff. Going to be a lot of fun. Join us, and we will talk to you then. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is